We on the way. What's up? What it look like, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland. We are a few days away from the very first annual Sunday Fun Day. Put the guns away. I can't wait to see you guys there. Please, all you have to bring is yourself and your child, and we are going to have a phenomenal time. Facts, right? But I wanted to talk about post that a sister posted. The sister stated that, the God that she served has always been there for her, and how God that she served is the one true God, and any other God is a weaker being. And I replied and said, this same God that you're talking about was also fully asleep when we was in slavery and miraculously woke up after we was free. And then the nigga woke up and gave us rules and regulations. After we survived slavery, the nigga woke up and gave us rules and regulations and said, if we follow these rules and regulations, we're not going to be saved. If we follow these rules and regulations, we're no longer gonna be in hell. If we follow, you know what I'm saying? If we just follow what he says to do, we gonna be good. But meanwhile, when we was going through what we was going through, when we couldn't even connect with him, you understand, he was nowhere to be seen, right? And I'm saying he because that's the narrative and the story that they sold us, right? So we are here right now in 2026, have fully endured everything that came along with slavery, which also includes religion. I don't understand how you guys try to take religion out of slavery when religion and slavery goes hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. I keep telling you guys this. You can't wash one hand without the other, bro. You understand what I'm saying to you? So these people have made us believe, or should I say this God that everybody's cleaving onto and is believing this super being. So this God was sleeping this entire time of enslavement, been sleeping the entire time of children being violated, sold onto alligators, body parts being taken, organs, etc. All of these things transpired in real time, and this God that you guys are claiming to be this all-power, almighty, didn't show up. And now all of a sudden, here we are in 2026. We got a little room to breathe, and this nigga coming out with rules and regulations. You gotta keep the commands. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And then niggas is doing that, including myself. You know what I'm saying? I really thought I was a descendant of these characters within that book. You understand? Until I found out that these characters in that book is not real. All that shit is make believe. You ask any scholar, any historian, if they have any traces of any character in the Bible. Where are they buried? Show me where Levi, Asher, the Jasher, all these niggas. Show me where they're buried. You're not gonna find none of that. You know why? Because the shit does not exist. And it sucks because, like I said, I really thought I was a child of the book until I started going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then it said, oh, so this has nothing to do with our spirituality, our connection, coming back to the power structure. This has everything to do with control. Like religion is control. It was created by, listen, religion was created by Europeans for Europeans to control non-Europeans. Religion is the reason why every European that you see right now moves the way that they move, be in positions that they are in, all ties down to religion. I don't care less on how you feel. These are the facts, people. You understand? So this God that you guys are claiming to be yours, you got to ask yourself, when did he ever show his strength to you? When did he ever give you his power? When did he ever let you know, like, yeah, bro, you is absolutely, I'm with you. We are woken. We're going to do et cetera, et cetera. None of these things ever happened, bro. None of these things. And I'm gonna give you another analogy to show you that this shit is beyond false, right? Think about this, right? So God got beef with the devil, right? He got beef with the devil, right? And anybody that violate and you die, he's gonna send you to the devil. He's gonna send his children to the devil. And now, since we're on the topic of children, why does the God of the Bible speak to us as obedient servants and don't speak to us like a father to his children? Anybody ever asked that question? Nobody ever asks, why is God speaking to his children? I don't speak to my children like I own them. I don't speak to them like they're my property. I speak to them like they're my children. But the Bible doesn't do that. Your God doesn't do that. Your God gives you a command and you must obey. There's not one time where God sat down and said, yo, what's going on, man? How's life, man? I see shit is getting crazy out here. Don't worry, I'm going to take care of all that. Don't worry. No, he doesn't do that. He said, if you keep my commandments, I will make you the head and you will not be the tail. And yeah, I see that you keeping my commandments, but I can't make you the head because the people that made the story, they determine who sits on top and who sits at the bottom. And right now, we are at the bottom. And the reason why we are at the bottom, because we have not yet let go of their ideology. We really believe that this ideology is our salvation. We really believe that a kingdom is really going to come. You should see these Hebrew Israelites right now, completely lost, don't know what to do. The last time I seen these people face like that, it was when 2001, when they thought that the end of the world in the year 2000 and nothing happened. And that was the cause of the mass exodus that you see now. All these camps that you see right now in real time in 2026 accumulated from that false prophecy that occurred in the year 2000 when they thought that the world was officially going to be over and that Yeshua was gonna come through the sky and he was gonna restore our people. Yo, bro, there was people literally quitting their jobs, leaving everything behind, sitting back, waiting for the arrival of this Savior at 12 o'clock. And when 12 o'clock came, nobody showed up. You know what happened? A lot of people end up walking away. And this is what you guys are witnessing right now. You're going to start seeing a mass exodus. They said, and the change, the new world, and God will not come until the mass walk away first. It got to be a mass walk away. The masses is going to walk away, and those that remain are going to be the ones that's going to be saved. You ain't going to be saved from nothing. The ones that remain are going to be the ones that's still caught into the matrix, still at the bottom, still bitching and complaining, still going to wish that Jesus came. Those are the ones. Listen, I'm not subjecting myself to that anymore, ever again in life. You crazy? You crazy? Anything that's pertaining to my life, I have control over that. If I want to be a rich millionaire, God is not going to give me that. It's my hard work and dedication that's going to make me have that. If I want to be a professional boxer or whatever, it's me that got to put the work in. It's not God that's going to do that, especially the God that they gave us, not this God. We have been disconnected from our gods. Sorry, black people. Yahweh is not a black God. Yahushua is not a black God. Jehovah is not black. So Yahweh is not black. Whatever you want, any God that you see in that book, if you think he's black, he's not. He's a pale-faced European because it was written by Europeans. The book is a European ideology. It's a European astrology. It's a European philosophy. It's a European story. You can't trace none of this shit back to anything black, bro. None of it. You can't trace none of it back. None of it. And this is why these brothers be like, yo, just don't talk to that brother, leave him alone. You should see these Hebrews. I had one Hebrew try to send an invite, was like, yo, bro, I see what you're doing. I would love to come on your show. And I said, my brother, you want to come on my show? I said, my brother, I guess you don't know who I am. I'm like, I don't think you would want to come on my show because I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to ask you the questions that people are afraid to answer. And I'm not going to allow you to navigate around it because I used to teach the shit that you're talking about. So I know the rebuttals. I know the responses. I know everything that you're going to say ahead of time because I've been there. I've been prepped for this. I used to teach this and I used to be a very good teacher at it as well. So yeah. No, you don't want to sit down with me because sitting down with me is going to lead you, it's going to make you question the very God. It's going to make you question the very people that you call elders. These are not elders. Anybody that's in these organizations are not elders. I had to just tell a brother earlier today that what you're worshiping, you're not worshiping anything that's righteous. Everything that you're worshiping, you're regurgitating is Freemasonry. The person that created Hebrew Israelites was Freemasonry. Okay, he was a Freemason. Two niggas was Freemasons. Both of them was cowards. Okay. The first one was a cook in the army. He was not even man enough to be on the battlefield and fight. The nigga decided to sit in the background and make you niggas ravioli every time you went to war. Come on, man. This is the nigga that you think is about to lead the pack into righteousness? You gotta miss me with that nonsense, bro. Y'all niggas is bugging. I'm not here to question faith. You could believe whatever you want to believe. I'm not here. Faith is only synonymous with fake. You only have faith into things that you know is not real. You have to have faith. You have to have that because you know logically, you know this is not true. Physically, you know this is not true. Psychologically, you know it's not true. So you allow these Europeans to create the terminology like faith. You gotta have faith. You gotta believe. You gotta count your blessings. Be blessed. Be less of who you are. Come on, man. You gotta have the spirit. The spirit of what? You gotta have the Holy Spirit. What does spirit means in Hebrew? Spirit, what does spirit means in Hebrew? Spirit means demon. That's what spirit means in Hebrew. So holy means to be separate, set apart. So if I say you must have the Holy Spirit, you got to have the separate demon in order for you to receive Jesus or Lucifer or whoever you want to call it, because that's who he is. Yes, Jesus tells you that he is Lucifer. I don't understand how you niggas do not see that unless you guys aren't reading the way you're supposed to. You aren't reading. So I'm going to give you some homework. Somebody go to Isaiah chapter 14 and you start off at verse 12. It says what? How is thou fallen from the sky, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Son of the morning. Right? When you read the testimony of Jesus, right? From his beginning, he was a star. How you falling from the sky, or falling? He was a star. The wise men followed him. He came down, and all of a sudden, he gave you guys an ideology. You guys don't understand what you are worshiping. You are worshiping Luciferian, satanic, barbaric, Jesuit created ideology. They created that. It was copy and paste from the Egyptian writings. I can't keep stressing that. The Old Testament is moon worship, which goes back to the Sumerian text or the Epic of Gilgamesh, whatever you want to call it. It goes back to that. That is the Old Testament. The Moses goes back to the Syrian mist. That's his name. They got that story comes from the Syrian mist. There's nothing spectacular, nothing different, nothing unique. It's the same story. He came, he spoke to a bush, and he got this, and he got that, and he was given rules and regulations. That's where that shit comes from. It has no connections to anything of us. We have no connection. I keep telling you guys this. This is Jesuit control. This is why the world is in the condition, because it's under their control. You are under a hypnosis. You're under a hypnosis. Okay? Even the name itself, by Baal. The story was written by Baal. By Baal. By Baal. The bull. The papal bull, the same bull that instituted your enslavement. I can't make this shit up. You have to use your brain, people. You have to use your brain. It is easy, as clear as day, once you put your brain into use, bro. By Baal, by bull. It's a papal bull. It's a book that was created to control the masses. It was never to give you no salvation. That's why there's not a single prophecy that's in that book that ever occurred that any one of you niggas can record. Your mother can't record it. Your grandfather, your great-grandmother, nobody can record it. Every story starts off in the 1500s. Oh, it was 1500 BC. Nobody can trace nothing. You know why, people? Because the shit never existed, guys. Wake up. Wake up. You cannot tell me that the world was more evil back then than it is now. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that the world was more evil than it is back then. Cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me the wickedness of slavery. God didn't even address that one time. Not one time. Not one time. These plantation owners was living to be 100 and change, was living their best life while the slaves was dying, suffering, etc., etc. This is the same God that the plantation owners was praying to. You're now telling me that this is the God for us. It's not our God. We have no connection. We don't know The true origin of the Bible is a Bible. The Bible, right? The Biblos, which you want to call it. It's a book that was compiled by who? The Jesuit order. I keep telling you that. Constantine, Jesuit. These niggas are Jesuits. They answer to the higher power. I can't forget the movie. This was a new movie that just came out with this girl and her sister. And she got married. And because she was married to a family, they had to play a sport, right? All the elites play this sport, right? They have to sacrifice blood, right? And the father who's the head, he had the ring to run the entire world. I forgot the name of the movie. If you find the name of the movie, if you know something too. Married Again too, something like that. But anyway, the moral that I'm trying to make you understand is the entire movie was hell, Satan, Lucifer, this, that, etc., because they are the ones that created this religion. You guys are not tapping into your religion. If you are a European, you're not following the ways of your ancestors. Your ancestors did not believe in Jesus, okay? Remember, Jesus was forced upon everybody. The entire world had to accept Jesus, okay? That was the Roman decree. That was what this is what the council was about, to make the world accept Jesus. When the Bible said you shall be persecuted for my name's sake, it wasn't talking about you being a follower and people unaliving you for following. No, it wasn't that. It was saying that if you don't accept my name, you will be persecuted. And guess what? The whole entire world was persecuted. Look, I get persecuted right now. Let me stay on this live right now and say F Jesus. Watch you guys go off and attack me. This is what this means. This is what you mean by being persecuted for my name's sake. You're being persecuted for going against the ideology, the foundation of this world. You guys are waiting for a kingdom that has already arrived. If you do the math, you take faith out the window, put faith on the side. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Let's put faith on the side and let's just go based on logic. Let's just go based down memory lane. Let's go down history. From the time Jesus sat down with the apostles in Matthew 24, and they said, yo, my nigga, when they, right? This is how you guys are lost, because you hear the word end. You really believing that the end means the end of civilization, the civilization of what we see now. No, when he says the end of the world and the coming of you, he's talking about the end of the world when black people was the rulers of this earth, when the indigenous people was the rulers of this earth. Jesus was born, and what was the first thing that their God told him to do? I want you to go to Egypt so you can learn out there. Come on, people, make that shit make sense. They've been telling you the entire story the entire time, but you're not listening, right? So Jesus tells him, yo, yeah, so these are the signs to let you know that I'm going to come. You're gonna hear wars and rumors of wars, etc., etc. You think when these niggas came into Africa, they was like, yo, listen, if you don't take Jesus, man, it's not gonna be good for you. These are wars and rumors of wars, and people's like, we good. He's like, all right. Remember, they came with the missionaries first. The missionaries came first. I call them the mercenaries, but the missionaries came first. Came like, yo, the Pope sent me. I came here to bring forth Jesus Christ to you. And if you don't accept them, it could lead to war. And the people was like, man, we good. F this nigga, we fine. The next time they came with ships. Christopher Columbus came the first time. He seen the hospitality. He seen everything that people was doing. And what happened after that? What came with the name of Jesus? Didn't the Crusades come on the earth where it was forcing people to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior? That's you being persecuted for his name's sake. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Are you dumb or are you dumb? You got to stop allowing these pastors to read you this story. You got to read it for yourself. You are a grown-ass man. God gave you a brain. God gave you a heart. God gave you feelings. God gave you common sense. You have allowed religion and this matrix and this system to remove that from you. And then you wondering why you were living in a space of disbelief. You're wondering why people is so confused and dazed. You're wondering why people is so angry. You're wondering why people is so pissed off. You're pissed off because you have allowed the most weakest system of all times. This European system is probably the weakest system that has ever existed on the face of this earth. But the reason why they remain in power is because of this religion, right? Religion, Jesus Christ, Lord have mercy. Leave it in God's hands. Oh, God is going to redeem. We got grown men. We got grown men, grown women, grown men and women that's literally coming on lives, coming on on social media, coming into all these platforms talking about, yeah, man, Jesus is gonna come, man. He's gonna restore order. My nigga, Jesus is never coming. Jesus is here now. His kingdom is here now. His kingdom is here now. All knees has bowed to this name Jesus, bro. What are you waiting for? Are you dumb or are you dumb? This is not a lie. This is factual information. When you go to Brazil, what hovers Brazil? Isn't that a big statue of Jesus? If this is not Jesus' kingdom, then why would the big statue of Jesus be there? Come on, my peoples. Come on, people. Why every time you walk into the neighborhoods, you see crosses, you see churches, you see the image of Jesus? Why when I go on the internet? Why when I go into a store? Why when I go buy candles, you see image of Jesus? Why when you watch movies and people get upset and people get excited, the first thing they say is, "Oh my God, oh shit, oh Jesus Christ"? Isn't that what they say? You know why they say that? Because the kingdom that you are waiting for or thinking is gonna come is here right now. And when it says that the kingdom will be walking on gold, he's talking about the kingdom of him taking over Africa, taking all the gold, taking all the resources, taking all the diamonds, taking all the copper, taking everything and owning every single one of them. And these niggas is walking on your gold, living life while you sitting here on your knees begging for somebody to come redeem you. So when I hear people say, yeah, man, it's not gonna take me away from my faith. No, you wanna live the life of being fake. You don't wanna stand with real, because in real reality, in real life, in real time, you know deep down in your heart that shit does not exist. It does not exist. What keeps you guys in the loophole is the story of hell. You guys don't even know where the story of hell come from. The story of hell is a mystical European story. That shit comes straight out of Greek, my nigga. Greece, whatever you want to call it. They come from there. This is what they used to tell their children. Dante's Inferno and all that nonsense. They used to tell their children this so they can go to sleep. Are you crazy? They used to tell them this so they can go to sleep. One of the things that Constantine did was implement that nonsense into the ideology, just in case you niggas try to rebel. Just know, if you try to rebel, you're gonna go to hell. And you see how rebel and hell go simultaneously together? Make it make sense. You guys don't know what you worshiping, bro. Jesus, 33, he was 33 years old when he died. And he was resurrected at 33. You know, when you are 33-degree Mason, you know the final ritual is you having to be born again. They have a ritual when they put you in the ground. I think it's for a day or 2 days. I don't remember. But they keep you in the ground, then you come up and then you become this new man. You finish the ritual. So now you are 33-degree Mason and you get the 33. Remember when the rich man approached Jesus at 33 years old, he said, "Great master." And they got you. They say he told you, "Why are you calling me master?" Oh, my bad. No. He said, "Why are you calling me good? There's no one good but the Father." But when he said master, he didn't correct that. Why he didn't correct that? Because it's a Jesuit order. And the reason why he says, don't put it to me, put it to my father. The father is who? Constantine. The father is who? The Orsinian family. Oh, you didn't know these things. The Constantine is who? You know Constantine, the Ethiopian king, Byzantine, Abba Gurmia, he was a Byzantine king. That's the nigga that wrote you your Ethiopian Bible. That nigga was a Byzantine from Bosnia. That is Rome. That is European. That has nothing to do with black melanated people. Okay? You guys don't know that these people has been fighting for Ethiopia and Egypt for thousands of years, because that is the hub of the entire world, bro. That is the hub. And when Constantine and them Europeans finally took it over, they said, we need to do something to ensure that we remain in power of this place and of the world. So what did they do? They came up with a religion. And the religion was the Abrahamic religion. And they called it the Abrahamic religion. The Abrahamic religion goes back to what? It goes back to what? It goes back to Hinduism. Go look up the Hindus. Go look up the Hindus in the name Abram. Go look. They changed it. They added vowels to it so it could sound more Hebrewish. Okay? You guys don't know what you're talking about. I have anything that I'm telling you, I can prove it. I'm just giving you guys the homework to do, because that's homework that you guys need to do. I got my knowledge. I've broken out of the matrix. I'm free from that nonsense. It's you guys that's still under the hypnosis. It's not me. Broke free from it. When I found out that all of it go back to 33 degrees, even like I said, this is European astrology. This is European mythology, whatever you want to call it. That's them. That's their story. It has nothing to do with you. The New Testament is sun worship. The Old Testament is moon worship. That's why you worship the sun. I mean, that's why you worship the bull and the ram. What does the ram and the bull have? They have the symbol of the horn, and the horn is a reference to what? It's a reference to Saturn. It's a reference to Venus. It's a reference to another mother effing galaxy that has shit to do with you and I. Okay? Okay? You guys gotta wake up and smell the Kool-Aid, man. You guys been sleeping way too long, and you believe in this fugazi, and you thinking this shit is truth, and it's no truth. This God was sleeping when you was in slavery, my guys. People, your God was sleeping when you was in slavery. I'm talking about slump, nigga. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the angels is like, God, look what they about to serve. They about to serve the child to the alligator. I'm tired. I'm sleeping. Oh, but but God, look, the Europeans are setting them free. Oh, for real? For real? Now I'm up. Yeah, I'm up. So look, now that you niggas is free, right? This is what you gotta do. You better make sure you come to church on Sunday every day. You better make sure you keep the Sabbath. You better make sure you keep my commandments. Because if you don't do it, you know you can be a slave again. Does that sound like a father, or that sound like complete control? Does that sound like a human being, or that sound like a bunch of niggas sitting down trying to figure out how do you control a group of people, a particular group of people, the indigenous people of this world? Come on, man. They added those things. They added certain holidays for the Europeans, right? For example, December 25th. They know Jesus wasn't born on December 25th, but you guys celebrated that. I forgot what's the original celebration behind that. You guys do it. That's why they gave it to you. That's why they gave you Easter. Them niggas don't get, you ain't finding none of that shit in the new, any celebration in the New Testament they added there so you guys can be happy, so you can embrace it. And I'm talking for the Europeans. They know that if you see that, they be like, oh, it's not that bad. We can do that. But us as melanated people, they came to you and say, yo, you got to follow Yahweh. Man, F Yahweh. Who the fuck is that? Tell that nigga go somewhere. Oh, how dare you talk about my Lord like that? We will be back. Heck no, I ain't no mother effing Muslim, nigga. I don't follow no Abrahamic religion, okay? Anything that comes with the Abrahamic religion is a Luciferian, satanic, barbaric religion, ideology that I have no parts in, okay? That's European ideology. I'm not a European. I don't give two shits of anything of Abraham, bro. European. I am a melanated man. All I care for is African, indigenous. I don't care if you was in America. I don't care if you was in Europe. If it's solely black, lead me to that. If it's white, it ain't right for me. I'm good. This is no disrespect. I'm just calling it for what it is, bro. You gotta call it for what it is. And the same way I'm talking, I expect the Europeans to talk like that too. I expect a European to be like, man, fuck that African shit. I'm not studying that. I'm not African. Why do I need to learn that? I don't need to learn that. And if they said that, I wouldn't see that as being racist. I would see them standing on their square. Like, yo, my nigga, I'm a European. I'm gonna stand on my Europeanism. F this black shit. Y'all niggas keep that. And I respect that. What I don't respect is when niggas like me, like, nah, somebody tells me God doesn't have any color. God doesn't have any color. Yeah? So how come I haven't seen 40 million Arabs in slavery? If God doesn't have any color lines, how come I haven't seen 40 million Europeans in slavery? How come? So when it comes to us, there's no color line. But when he's teaching it to y'all, he seems like he respects your color more than he respects mine. Because I don't see none of you niggas in servitude. I don't see none of you niggas on your knees having to beg for freedom. I don't see none of you niggas fighting off people because they want to take your land in the name of Jesus. Come on, man. Stop with the madness, bro. I do believe in God. I don't want to. Let me just give a disclaimer. I am not an atheist. I don't believe in atheists. I know where atheists came from. Atheists, the understanding and the philosophy of atheists came from Albert Pike. Albert Pike created atheism, okay? Just like Albert Pike created the KKK. See, a lot of you guys don't know this. Go do your homework, all right? He created that. The goal was to make people unbelievers of a God. You know why? They want you to be in this state of mind, because if you don't connect to a God, you have no spiritual powers and you can't break free from their control. But if you do have a God, if you do connect to spirituality like Modimo or Umari, you know what I'm saying? African, who you are, your indigenous roots. If you do that, you become a problem. You become a threat to the establishment. Establishment was funded and started off religion. This entire system, the foundation of this entire system, what you will call white supremacy, started from religion. Religion is the foundation. Religion is the feet. It's the foundation. It's the feet. It's what makes it stand. So if you want this infrastructure to collapse and die, you have to say goodbye to the ideology. As soon as you say goodbye to the ideology, yes, I guarantee you, this is what they're gonna do. They're going to attack you, of course, because they're gonna make you feel like you made the wrong choice. And you're gonna think like, oh my God, is it God? Is it this? No. It's them. Remember, they control, they see, and they hear everything. They know that you are on this live listening. They know that you're gonna be on the computer looking up certain things, doing research. Just like you think they don't have access to your IP address. They know everything that you're doing. So when they see that you're breaking free from the matrix, they're going to make your life a living hell. They're going to make it hard. They're going to make you second guess. They're going to make you question the things that I'm telling you. And then you're going to come to me and say, yo, Junes, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo, man, shit been crazy. You know how many people done came to me and say, yo, son, shit be crazy? And I tell them, I say, oh, you just got to be patient. Let them do what they do. They're doing that. These are scare tactics. They got to see if you're going to budge. If you budge and you go back, they're going to come back even harder. You ever seen somebody that left the religion and then came back? They even 10 times glued in, sucked in, and they never could get out? Yeah, that's what they want. So what you have to do, you have to allow these things to occur, right? You have to allow it. Understand this is life. Understand that you are living in America. This is not your home, people. Listen, I don't care if you are European and your family settled here. This is not your home, bro. This is a corporation, okay? Go look it up. It's www.america.org, okay? The United States of America.org. It's not .com, it's an org. It's because it's a corporation. You know who owns this nonprofit? You know who owns this LLC, whatever you want to call it? Oh yeah, it's the British, nigga. Okay? It's the British. They own it all. Okay? Stop. Like I said, you guys don't know. You guys don't know. And now, and this place that the British, they sold it, okay? The British sold the rights of America. Listen carefully when I say this so you guys won't feel no type of way when I say this. The British sold the rights of America to the Four Lettermen. You know the man them that wear the hats? They sold the rights to them niggas. And that's why you got Trump, who's also one of these niggas, in office. And the vice president, who's also one of these, in office. And the other vice president that was with Kamala, the nigga that was running with her, he's gonna be the next president moving forward, because he is completely one of them. Okay? You guys don't understand what's going on. They rigging the system to let you know that they control it. They letting you know that they control it. Let me tell you guys something. The last person that ever did or cared about America and they made an example of him was John F. Kennedy. I told you guys this yesterday. All right? John F. Kennedy was the last person that had any true compassion, that believed in the Constitution, that really seen America being a country, that would not accept America being a corporation. That man really seen it as a country, and he was not going to allow those niggas, because they was already plotting to take over. And that's why he said what he said. That's why he gave you guys that speech. He said there's a particular entity that has came into this place to come and do destruction from within. And it was like, oh, the audacity of this nigga. Oh, he thinking we kill this man. Oh, and his brother too? Oh, listen, we can't have no loose ends. Unalive him too. Oh, Marilyn Monroe, she was a loose end. She knew remember, Marilyn Monroe used to sleep with both these niggas. And both these niggas, she was a pass-around. She was the presidential whore. Let's just call it what it is. So she heard all the bedroom stories. They had her phone tapped, my nigga. And it wasn't John F. Kennedy that had her phone tapped. It was these niggas. They had her phone tapped. Her phone was tapped, and they was listening to the conversations, and she said something that, when they found out that she knew, she had to get taken out. And they took her out. All three of them. Every single one of them that was at that party. Oh, Mr. President. Gone. Why? Because of what John F. Kennedy was about. John F. Kennedy was really about the liberation and the upliftment of America. That was the last person, bro. And the person that replaced him, who was it? Mr. Johnson? Mr. Johnson? Oh, you didn't know Mr. Johnson was one of them too, right? Mr. Johnson? Was it Mr. Johnson? If I stand corrected. You said black Jews live in color. I ain't talking about nothing. I can care less, bro. Matter of fact, just because you said that, you gotta go. Yeah, you're on time out for 24 hours. Just because you said that. Anybody that come with foolishness and I see it, you'll use a clip, use a dub. But now, the reason why they took that man out, that was the last person that gave any concern of this place called America. He was the last president. Every president after that has played into their agenda that got us to this very moment. Okay? Okay? Even that black guy that you thought was for you. No, he was there. He was purposely put there to fulfill their agenda. Purposely. And what was one of the main things that they made the black person do? Why they didn't give George Bush that task to do? Why they didn't give Donald Trump that task to do? Why they gave it to the black man? Because they knew what they was about to do to the black race. And they knew that if they let a black man do it and talk about it and show approval to it, when their child start coming out that closet because of all the atrazines that they putting in the water, all that bottled water that y'all niggas is drinking that's messing with y'all hormones, all that chicken, all that Popeyes, all that McDonald's, all that bullshit that y'all niggas is putting in y'all bodies that's messing with y'all hormones, they knew that sooner or later you niggas was gonna be flapping and quacking like ducks. And you started quacking and flapping like ducks. They gave you a president that was going to justify it. So you remember, black people would despise that type of behavior. Despise it. If you came into a black neighborhood before this Bate boy became president, Michael and I, you know the Bate boy that he is a Bate boy. You understand? Before that, right? If you even sink that shit in the neighborhood, my nigga, you know how much damage we used to do to these people? We used to beat that shit out of you, bro. You think I'm gonna be walking with my child and you over here holding hands? I remember one time I snapped on, I was like, yo, my nigga, you're not about to do that in front of my child, bro. Y'all hold y'all hands regular. You heard me? When you get into the confines of y'all house, you do what the fuck you want. But when you around outside, when you around real niggas like me, you don't do that shit. Okay? We still keep man and woman and, you know what I'm saying? Like, we show that we operate on that space, right? So they put that man in there because they knew that man in there was going to be president. Every single person that was melanated will end up having a soft spot for that behavior. You guys don't know what exactly what's going on. Like I tell you, I can chronologically break everything down to the very T, to the point where we are right now, how we got here. People's going to say it's the music. People's going to say it's the white man. People's going to say it's this. No. It's nobody but us, bro. Nobody but us, because everybody decided to stop fighting. We wanted to take a break. Them niggas gave you Michael Jordan. They gave you Magic Johnson. They gave you all these weirdo niggas, and now you thought you was one of them. You thought you was part of the family. You was like, yeah, man. Yeah, bro. I'm here. We here. We made it. Oh, nigga, please. Damn, I left the shit at my. Fuck. Oh, man. You understand? I can chronologically break down everything. I can tell you how we got to this very moment. Okay? And anything that these people throw at you, and I'm speaking to black people, anything that they throw at you, it comes with an agenda. Okay? Why they didn't give that task to George Bush? Why they didn't give that task to Bill Clinton? Why they didn't give that task to Donald Trump? Why they didn't give that task to Joe Biden? Why they had to give it to the black man? Because they knew that black man was gonna be the one that's gonna make you guys have a soft spot for this behavior, and we end up having a soft spot. And then before you know it, once you said okay, out of nowhere they started teaching it in your school. Out of nowhere, your daughter wanted to be a boy. Out of nowhere, your son wanted to be a fish. You try to figure out how this happened. And for those that accept it, can you imagine? How do you feel as a mother and a father knowing that your child is doing something that goes against the natural order? How does that make you feel? Can you imagine how I would feel if I found out that my son was a bate boy? You know how painful that would be to me? You know how painful that would be knowing that a bate boy came out of my nuts? You know how painful that would be? That shit will hurt me. Let me tell you the 4 to 5 things that is unacceptable in my house. You will be removed from my household if you do these 5 things. You become a cop. You are a rat. You are a bate boy. You are a bate boy. You date. You bring home a European. You bring home a European to my household. You would never speak to me ever again. I will disown you so fast. You would be like, damn, he disowned me like I was a stepchild that fast. Why? Because we don't play those games. I do not want to dilute my race. And for those that's gonna say that's not right, it's in the Bible. The Bible tells you that too. The Bible, what is it? Toby chapter 4, verse 16, verse 12 says, don't give your child up to the other nations. Don't they tell you that in Exodus? Why are you giving your child up to these people? I would never. You could never tell. Listen, check this out. And what I'm saying not to be true, you would never see a Jewish person give their child up to a Nazi. Never, ever in life. Why I have to? Why I have to be the one to allow my child to be in a relationship with the people that enslaved me when you guys won't even allow your child to be in a relationship with a Nazi? Why it gotta be me? Why it gotta be us? Why are we the ones that gotta turn the other cheek and, oh, it's all right. It's the thing of the past. You gotta get over it. I don't want to get over it. I want to get over it. You feel me? And what I do with the car keys? Oh, right here. You feel me, Kev?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to. You can't tell me. You can't tell me. You can't tell me to get over something when you guys still teaching. You guys are still teaching us this ideology, and this is no disrespect. I don't give a shit of what happened to Europeans. I don't care. Ooh, hoo, damn, the Holocaust was bad. That shit had nothing to do with me. Had nothing to do with me. Had nothing to do with my family. Had nothing to do with my people. My focus is still trying to recover from slavery. My nigga, I give 2 shits about no Holocaust. Gives 2 shits about what happened to that. Give 2 shits about what happened to anybody that's not black, bro. Oh, damn, y'all Chinese niggas went through that. It sucks, bro. You be alright. Niggas get shot. Niggas get locked up every day, B. That's life, right? You tell me to get over it. You tell me that it's the thing of the past. So I'm telling you this right now. It's a thing of the past. Get over it. It's all right. Life goes on. You will be a better person. Like I said, we don't pick and choose what's acceptable and what's not. If I gotta get over it, you gotta get over it. If I can't speak on it, you can't speak on it. And if you think your atrocities override mine, you beyond stupid. And you know why they're able to do that? Because they are the children of the Bible, bro. They are the ones. They are the ones of the book. That's why they can do that. That's why the world is in their control, because they gave you a book, a story about them, and they got black people falling for this dumbass Hebrew Israelite shit, not knowing that this thing is Freemasonry, not knowing that it was Freemasons that created that nonsense, okay? Freemasons that was funded by the Rothschilds and the Orsinian family. You can go look this shit up. After they became Freemasons, they was given the keys to start their own church in 18 something. 18 something. It wasn't slavery still at its highest? How did slaves get access to those books? How? In order for you to get access to it, you gotta be in a certain brotherhood. See, when you're a Freemason, you get access to all that. Because the number one thing of Freemasonry is having knowledge, is having wisdom. Remember, the Freemasons the ideology comes from Solomon. Wasn't Solomon a master builder, and he had the ring and he controlled all the demons? Yeah, so you have to have that knowledge. You got to have those demons inside of you as well, bro. Come on, man. I can't make this shit up. This shit is easy as day. If you guys was to just come back to logic, you guys need to start reading more. Read books. Put down the phone. Go outside. Meditate. Stop looking for prayer. Meditate. Meditate. Prayer came with European, bro. We don't know what praying is. I don't know what that shit is. We don't pray on each other. I'm not praying for your downfall. I'm not praying for anything upon you. I want you to be the best you that you can ever be. Okay? And just like they tell you the English language is a spell language. So if I'm praying upon you and I'm telling you God bless you, he made you be less of who you are. This God that you call in the Bible, that you thinking is us, this God told you I bless you. And the only people that's been suffering from this blessing has been black people. Look at us. And when shit get hard, what is the first thing a black person is going to do? Oh, Jesus, please, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. And then when Jesus don't answer, you know what we do? Oh, he still loves me. You know, but I gotta pray a little bit harder. I gotta go to church a little bit more. I gotta be indulged. And then you be more indulged, and he doesn't even answer even more. Come on, the nigga didn't answer you in slavery. He damn sure ain't gonna answer you now. And the sooner you guys realize that, the sooner you guys accept that, the sooner the world is gonna come to an end. You want the world to come to an end? The end of the world is the end of Abrahamic religion. Let's say it. Say it with me, guys. The end of this world is the end of Abrahamic religion. The minute we say no more, the minute we say we're not going to church, the minute every single person burns every book that was ever created that associates with the Abrahamic religion, watch how fast these niggas is going to start World War III. Watch how fast it's going to be a lockdown. It's going to be this, it's going to be that, because they like, damn, we about to lose control. Because they like, damn, if we don't control their spirituality, then that means they could connect to the solar universe. That means they're going to get back their soul. Damn, that means the spirit that we cast upon them with this religion is going to get thrown away, and they're going to gain back their soul, and their soul, which connects to the solar universe, damn, the solar universe is going to be on their side, and it's going to take us down. Oh, we don't want that. So what they do, they got to silence individuals like me, just like they had to silence what's that nigga name? The nigga Jamal. Just like they had to silence young Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Like they gotta make you seem like these niggas is crazy. These niggas is not crazy. We're not crazy because we're going against the establishment. We're not crazy for that. We're just finishing the job of our ancestors, bro. Your ancestors had a job, and we have to finish it, bro. We're not finishing the job, my guys. The fuck? Niggas is not finishing the job. We still thinking in this kumbaya. I keep telling people all the time, look, you got to stop trying to please these people. You got to stop trying to fit in. You got to stop thinking that you're going to be accepted because you go to church on Sundays and you believe what they believe in, and you walk inside of their mosques, and you go inside of their synagogues, and you go inside of their establishments, and you talk like them, you dress like them, you eat like them, you want to date their women, you want to do all the madness. You thinking that you're going to be accepted, and you will never be accepted ever in life. Accept that. You guys will be okay, bro. It's okay. It's okay. Like I did the live yesterday. You want to walk down here? Let's walk down here. But you scared to walk past the... Yo, bro. That's that European bullshit. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let this train. That's why I wanted to leave, because I don't want to hear that train. You understand what I'm saying to you guys? Like, yo, bro. Oh, man. Oh, shit. This thing is really pissing me off, bro. You guys really don't understand, like, what's really going on, man. Soon as you break free from ideology, I promise you. Why you think Carmelo Anthony's in jail? Why you think the other nigga is unalive and everybody else that's dying? Why? It's because you still putting trust. You still trying to be accepted amongst these people. You see, when I walk around them, I don't walk like, oh, hey, hi, how you doing, Billy? I don't do that shit. I walk pure militant. Look, I'm all around them. Look, let me show you. Hold on, because they be thinking I'll be lying when I be saying this. Look, this is me talking in real time. Look. Okay? Okay? I'm in their neighborhood. I'm not in the hood. I'm in Euroville. And I still stand on what I stand on. And like I said, this is not no disrespect, bro. It's just restoring order. I want you guys to admit, don't wait for the opportunity to tell the world how you really feel about us. To stand on it. Yo, my nigga, if you don't like me, just say you don't like me. Oh, you fucking niggers, I can't stand you. Thank you. Appreciate that. High five. High five. Now go across the street and stay over there. High five. Cool. Make sure you don't eat our food. Make sure you don't listen to our music. Make sure you don't try to talk to our women. We cool. I appreciate it. Because if you don't like me, you can't like the shit that's associated with me. Doesn't make sense. That's an oxymoron. Oh, I hate niggas, but I damn sure love their oxtails. That shit don't even make sense. I hate the niggas, but I damn sure love their oxtails. Oh my gosh, the Lord have mercy. Did you have an oxtail before? Yo, I can eat that. Me and my best friend Eric. We eat that every day. Please, man, miss me with that bullshit. And like I said, this is not me being disrespectful, bro. This is me trying to restore order. You guys need to restore order. It's a lot of things that need to be done accordingly. And one of those things is putting the division between the ideologies, the philosophies, the Socrates. This is the reason why the world is what it is. Racism is what it is because of religion. Religion comes along with slavery, comes along with racism. You can't have one without the other. So if that is what's bringing on the scene, then that's what we need to let go for us to move forward. If you guys want to move forward, you would denounce that. If you guys want it to remain the same way it is, you're going to go to church on Sunday. You're going to go to church on Saturday. You're going to keep the Sabbath. You're going to keep the laws. You're going to follow the ways of Baal. You know, you're going to follow the Bible. You know, the Bible, the book that's Bible, the Bible worshipers. That's what you're going to do. That's what it is. It all goes back to Lucifer. Like I said, Jesus himself told you that he's Lucifer. He told you that. Even in the book, he tells you, I am Lucifer. How he tells you that? Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, how is that falling from the sky, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Right? When you go to Revelation chapter 22, verse 16, it says, I, Jesus, the morning star. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. So you the morning star? Oh, how did you fall, Jesus? And listen, when you read Isaiah in its full totality. Yo, Black Girl Magic. Black Girl, shout out for coming on. I need you to do me a solid, right? I need you to take the verse of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12, 13, and 14, and put it on the screen. Put it in the chat. Pin it for me. Because I want every single one of you guys to read this. So you guys cannot tell me what I'm saying is not to be factual, because you guys don't know what you're reading. You guys don't know that you're reading a Jesuit, Luciferian, satanic, barbaric book. It's a barbaric book. The book was created by barbarians, my nigga. I can show you countless scriptures where God justifies this God that you guys is claiming that is the one God for every single person. No, the God that Europeans worship is not the God black people worship. And that God that's in that book has nothing to do with us. That's their story. The Jews, that's them. I'm not a Jew. I can care less. Jesus is not for me. He's for you. I can care less. This is no disrespect. I can care less. They will be I. You see, I stand amongst them. They don't like when I say this because it affects their power. Like, oh my gosh, he don't want me to control them. No, I don't want it. I don't want none of you guys, actually. I don't want none of you guys on Monday. I don't want none of you guys on Tuesday. I'm gonna keep it 100. Did you pull it up? Hold on. He says, just remember, he most likely started this live for his people. So if you have a problem with anything, he's entitled to say no one is forcing you to watch him. Thank you, bro. And thank you. It's for the people, my people, bro. But again, that's another issue that Europeans, you niggas got to get over that. When we express how we feel, it's you guys take it as an attack. But you guys come on the news, on the TV, talk about people, this, that, and we got to eat it. But when somebody like myself start off by speaking and putting myself at a high pedestal and showing and putting you guys in the position or the ideology or the eyesight where you niggas need to be, I'm the bad guy. Oh my gosh. When Jesus come, he's gonna put him in hell. You're gonna burn in fire. You're speaking blasphemy. What blasphemy I'm speaking? In order for it to be blasphemy, it first has to be factual. There's no facts, but there's no facts by the shit that you niggas believe.
Oh, yeah. Put it right back.
What are you talking about? Oh, the chairs?
Yeah. The tables, so look.
Yeah, they look like they're about to do something right now.
Don't tell me that thing again, please.
Nah, definitely not. It looks something different. Yo, grab one of those. Go grab one of those slides. Let me see something. Oh, it's gonna be at 7. You see it? 7 to 9. Black girl magic. Did you put the preset up? I need you to put the preset up, please. I beg you. Just copy and paste. Put it in the chat for me. I can't get it off my You grabbed it? Grab the flyer. Okay, what's up, bro? You good, bro? You sure? He probably don't even know what he's grabbing, man. Yeah, grab that. Let me see that, man. This is the summer over here.
Yeah. They're doing something.
Yeah, Black Girl Magic, please put that up for me. I need you to do that for me. Any one of you guys, you know what I'm saying? My moderators, I don't be scheduling my lives. I just go straight on how I feel. If the energy says come out and talk to the people, I'm gonna talk my shit. But yeah, pull out Black Girl, pull out that precept for me. I need that. I need you guys to see what Jesus said out of his own mouth. Isaiah 14 verse 12 said, how was thou fallen from the sky, O Lucifer, son of the morning? And how did you weaken the nations? What deity that's on this earth that has weakened every fucking nation? The Abrahamic deity, nigga. The Jesus deity, nigga. That's what weakened the entire nation. And you guys know what I'm saying to be factual. And that's what's said in Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 2. Lucifer didn't weaken the nation. Remember, Lucifer don't have no reigns on this earth. Isn't this reign, wasn't the keys given unto Jesus and then given unto Peter? So that means Lucifer don't have no reigns here. Lucifer didn't do nothing but tempt anybody, right? The devil didn't do nothing but tempt man. He never put a gun to a man's head. He never shot nobody. He never did nothing. He just said, yo, Kev, you want to eat this bread? You eat this bread, my nigga, you going to be good for life. You make the decision to say yes or no, right?
Yeah.
Right? You eat it, that's on you now, right? It doesn't fall on the devil, right?
No.
Okay, so if the devil ain't never did that, but there's no historical evidence or information of the devil injuring, killing, violating children, sacrificing animals. You can't find none of that in that book. But I can show you countless verses of God and Jesus okaying the unaliving of people. I can show you this. Okay? My bad, Kev. You know what I'm saying? You know, these people trying to, and I'm trying to give them some understanding of what's really going on. A lot of you guys don't know what's going on. A lot of you guys are just out here just copy and pasting what your mother and your father, your grandmother, your grandfather was doing. But we are living in the age of information. The reason why they're doing what they're doing, they're trying to lock everything down, is because of individuals like myself. They're trying to figure out, how did we gain all this knowledge when not going into their institutions, when not going into their what you call those schools? What's the schools for the niggas that want to become pastors? Damn, what they call that? Damn. Thank you, bro. New World Humanity, man. What's up, man? I don't know if it's your first time following me. I don't know if we communicated before. I don't know, man. I have over 100,000 subscribers, bro. Listen. These people put my lives on you guys feed when they want to, right? It depends on what I'm talking about. You feel me? So a lot of you guys will be following me, but never heard me speak. Probably follow me from a video you seen on my shorts, right? Shout out to you guys. I appreciate the love and the support. But you guys need to know who I am. I am a very knowledgeable man, and I've been doing this understanding for over 10 years, bro. I've literally tapped into every book. When it comes to these biblical books, I tapped into every book. The Book of Jasher, the Bibles. I read the Sefer, the Josephus, the Book of Jasher. What's the other one? The Book of Jubilees. You know what I'm saying? I read all these shits, boy. I even read Sea Scrolls. I read it from front to back. And all of it goes back to one thing only. It goes back to the Jesuit order. It does not go back to a kingdom. It does not go back to an ancient history that happened where you can go into those areas in real time and see these things. It doesn't go back to anything. It solely goes back to one thing and one thing only. It goes back to nothing, because it was all about control. You guys can't prove me wrong. I'll give you guys all the platforms to prove me wrong. I'll even turn it up a notch for you. Tune in tonight. I got a new software on my Rodecaster where it allows people to call in from wherever they at. I want you to call in and speak your piece and prove to me that what am I saying is false, and you can show pure documents. And I don't mean just documents, but archaeological evidence as well. And one of the first questions that I'm going to ask, that I want you guys to prove, to me that these characters in the Bible exist. And the only way you can prove that, is by showing me where these niggas is buried at. Right? If you came to me and I said, yo, you don't got no mom, your moms don't exist, right? You could be like, absolutely, I could show you where she's buried at, right? You take me there, I'm gonna see her name, that's gonna let me know that she really existed, right? I want you guys to show me that. Any character. Listen, it don't have to even be the 12 patriarchs. Show me where Jonah is buried. You know, the nigga that was in the well for 3 days. And the fact that you guys believe that is absurd to me. But okay, show me where he's buried at. Where did he live his remainders of his days? Where did Joseph live his remainder of his days? How come the story of Joseph and Mary stopped after Jesus was gone? I don't have to say I'm never a believer. Like I said, I used to teach this, bro. I used to teach this religiously, bro. I used to be on street corners, bro, making people get baptized in the name of Jesus, bro. I used to do all of this, bro. I used to do this with my eyes closed. Ask Black Girl Magic. For those that know Black Girl Magic is my moderator. She's been with me from the very beginning, and she will tell you I used to teach all this shit every day. Every Saturday, I was teaching this. Matter of fact, you can even go on my channel and go on all YouTube. I didn't take none of these videos down. You can still watch it in real time in 2026. And you will see I came from all of that. I've taught everything you can imagine, bro. And the more I started digging, because shit wasn't making sense, the more I started speaking to my people and listening to my people, and my people was telling me like, "Now we don't do the monotheistic came out of Egypt and it came with Europeans. The monotheistic foundation started in Egypt. That's why these people wanted to mimic the Egyptian ideology." Okay, the entire Bible is literally, especially the New Testament. The New Testament in itself is what? It's a copy and paste of Egyptian writings. Where was Moses when he was? Where did Moses go? Didn't he go to Egypt? Who was they warring with? Wasn't they warring with Egypt? What's so prominent about Egypt? Because Egypt is the land of everything. Egypt is the foundation of it all. The American civilization, the European civilization, the cars, the driving, how people communicate and operate amongst each other. The foundation of that started literally from the Egyptian concept. That's why they pay homage to the Egyptians every day. Every time you look at your dollar bill, let me see. I got a $20 in my hand. Hold on, let's see. Oh, well, they don't got it. But on the on the dollar bill, they're gonna make sure they pay homage to the pyramid. They pay homage, bro. The Biblos pay homage. Constantine pay homage. When they finally conquered Egypt and they went inside of these tombs and they seen the it was like, what the fuck is this? Oh no, this is what we want. The nigga Constantine said, I need you guys to set up a meeting. And he got all the best writers, all the philosophers. He even went down into other areas, got all the Hindu niggas, got all these people with spiritual beliefs, okay? And he brought them into the room, they had a conversation, and that was the creation of the Abrahamic religion. That was the creation of the Abrahamic religion. There was no religion when Jesus was around. That's why you can never see Jesus saying he was a Christian. That's why you can never see Moses tell you he was a Jew or he was a Jewish man. You will not find none of that. All of this came from that council meeting. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of racism. That was the beginning of fashionism. That was the beginning of financial division between men, where they put themselves on high and everybody else on low. That was the creation where men rule women. Yes, the men ruling women, that's a European ideology. There's no history of that amongst our culture, okay? Our culture, we know that woman is God. We know this. We don't need nobody to tell you that. We know that, and you can see that. Just look how a woman operates. If you got a good woman, the woman keeps everything in order. The woman the woman can endure more pain than a man. She mimics the same pain of the world. You see how the world is enduring all this pain, all this bloodshed, all this crying, but yet she could still come out and show a sunny day and still smile in front of you? Nobody has that power but a woman. And I'm going to leave that for another topic and discussion. But again, everything that you guys have been told and has been taught has been lies. There's no facts behind it, okay? Everything. I want you guys to really process this. Anything that they told you, if they told you that it was A, you need to go look into B. If they told you that it was C, you need to go look into D. If they tell you that it's A, B, C, if they tell you the alphabet, you need to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because that is in their nature. These are the things that they do. Hold on. The sun is beaming over here. Hold on. I mean, we could sit over there. There's people over there. See, there's people over there. I can't see. You don't gotta go across the street. Just look to see if you see anybody on those benches. On that side, right here. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying to you? You guys gotta know your history. You guys don't know what you're worshiping, man. I say this shit all the time. You guys don't know what you're worshiping. It's a lot?
It's like
3? Hold on, guys.
shit is like, ooh,
Uh,
you want shit is hot.
uh, when they move, we could go over there.
Yeah.
Cause they look like they're about to move. I don't see it because I really can't see you guys the way that I want to. But yeah, you know, everything goes back to the Jesuit order. Everything, the entire story goes back to the Jesuit order. There was no Jesus prior to that council meeting. No story of that. After that, the very first Bible was written what in 1400s. There's no records. There's no they took the scrolls. All of that is lies, bro. These shits is lies. They didn't have no scrolls. There's no scrolls. There's no underground Vatican with 50 trillion information. These niggas is not that smart to have all of that. You keep putting these people on these high pedestals. Keep these niggas where they at. They right here. If think about this, if these people was that advanced, why the fuck do they need an AI technology? Why do they need AI? Stop. Stop. These people ain't invent nothing. Now you gonna tell me they're gonna read 50 trillion thousand paperwork? No, they're not doing that. These shits is lies. And if you ask the person, well, how do you know there's this shit down there? Did you see it with your own two eyes? Oh no, I heard about it. Oh, so you heard about it the same way you heard that Jesus was coming back. You heard about it the same way you was told that, you know, the God of the Bible was black and he's for people of color. Stop. Can we stop with the bullshit? Do you know that Deuteronomy chapter 28, the book of Deuteronomy was literally put there. Go look these things up. I need you guys to look these things up. Go on Perplexity. Perplexity is a top research AI software that you guys can go on and start asking these questions. Go find out, bro. Go find out if you thinking what I'm saying is to be false and I don't know what you're talking about. Go find out, bro. You're gonna be shocked to see all this information that you guys are finding. Go read and listen. Go to these libraries. Grab these books. Screenshot them before they take them down. Go to these museums. Take all these pictures. Make sure you save these things in a hard drive because where we're heading, because we are living in a time of information, they have to also distort information. They also got to take down information. This is why they're burning down the books in the schools because this is why they're no longer teaching African and slavery and all of that. The reason why they have to take it down because they do not want to cause you guys to rebel because they know that a lot of melanated people is walking away from the Abrahamic religion. So they're not gonna give you no tools, no inspiration, anything that's gonna fuel you. They're not gonna give you that fuel. They're gonna they'd rather you be an airhead and walk through life trying to figure out what the F is going on. They'd rather you be that. They'd rather you be an atheist because like I said, once you are an atheist, they have control over you because there's no spiritual confines. There's nothing spiritual that's protecting you. There's not a spiritual hub, okay? Get back your soul. Tell them they could keep their spirit. Say, yo, man, you can keep your spirit. You can keep your Holy Spirit. You can keep the spirit of Allah. You can keep the spirit of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All that shit. Keep that shit. Keep that shit in Europe where it belongs. Don't bring that shit over here. Don't bring that shit to us as black people. We do not want that shit. That shit is ineffective. It doesn't work. Your mom believed in Jesus? Your pops did too, right?
Yeah.
Are they alive right now?
It's there.
You see? My point. So Jesus ain't help us then, it ain't gonna help us now. You believe yesterday, you could believe today, you still gonna be in the same circumstances. Jesus said, if you believe on me, you should never taste death. Mandem is dying every day. Mandem is getting shot in their face where they got a cross on their heart, cross on their chest. And then you're gonna tell me, well, you know, these people's living wicked lives. That's not what Jesus said. Jesus said, if you believe on me, you shall live. That's what Jesus said. He said, if you believe in me, you should not taste death. So why are you guys tasting death? Jesus didn't say you got to believe in me. And while believing me, these are the requirements that you got to do. Jesus didn't say that. He did. Niggas just died. Niggas woke up one day, went to the store, came out the store, they seen the upper room. The upper room. Where you going to take them? To the upper room. That's where we went, to the upper room. Come on, man. Stop. You guys gotta wake up, man. None of this shit is for real. I can tell you this. I've been doing this studies for way too long, and I've been fully invested. Okay, I spoke to top psychologists. I went to top seminars. I sat down with real individuals. I sat down with people from Africa. I sat down with so much people. And then when I asked the question, the only people that I found to be confused or caught up in the trends are those that's believing in the Abrahamic ideology. The niggas that ain't been bitten by the shark, the ones that ain't been bitten by the mark, they'll tell me, like, nah, that shit was forced upon us. Our ancestors didn't do that. We didn't follow that. This is that. I keep hearing, that's not what that means. That's not what that was. That's all I keep hearing. So when I get more, this not what that was, then that means what was given to us was not factual. And if it's not factual, then guess what? By default, you have to let it go. Okay? If I made your promise to you and I didn't keep that promise, that means I broke the contract. If I broke the contract, that means that our contract, our connection, our relationship amongst each other is void. Guess what? All the contract has been broken to all you Abrahamic believers. There's not a single prophecy that took place that happened right now that you guys can say, yes, look, this is biblical prophecy. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it. There's not a meteor that dropped. There's not an earthquake that occurred. There's not even a record of God using Mother Nature to allow the slaves to be free, to run for freedom. You telling me, so what, God was working with Harriet Tubman, right? Please, listen with that bullshit, man. The niggas, the runaway slaves used to run and link up with the Seminoles. Yes, the Seminole Indians. Those are the ones that was warring with these people. And a lot of blacks, runaway slaves, used to team up with these people. Know your history. Do your homework. Like I said, there's a reason why people like Young Pharaoh, Brother Jamal, Dr. York, who else? Brother Polite, who else? All of these niggas that have all this wisdom and knowledge, they're being attacked. Why? And all of them suffer the same fate. It's always them touching children. Why? Because they know that children is a soft spot to us. That's why. They know that if they associate that man with children, no matter if that nigga was found not guilty 20 years later, that bad taste is gonna remain in your mouth, and it's gonna be hard for you to follow that man. You know why they couldn't? You know why they had to take Dr. Sebi out? Because Dr. Sebi wasn't around children. He stayed with women. Dr. Sebi stayed with women and weed. He was the WW. Okay? He was the WW. He believed in women and weed. So what they do? This is what they do. If they can't discriminate your name, you're gonna have a tragic death some way, somehow. If they can't discredit your name and tarnish your name, they're gonna destroy you some way, somehow. You're gonna be assassinated, and then everybody got the same death. Oh, he died in his sleep. Oh, he died from an overdose. Oh, he died from a car accident. Damn, nobody died. Why I can't die like Clive Davis? Why can't we die like Clive Davis? He died in the confine of his house. Why I can't die like that? No. See, when you about your business and you stand on business, they gotta first destroy your character. They gotta assassinate your image. This is what they did. That's the same thing they try to do with John F. Kennedy. That's the same shit they try to do with Martin Luther King. That's the same shit they try to do with with Malcolm X. That's the same shit. Oh, he was a traitor. He was a player. He is this. Martin Luther King he was dealing with 15, 16 mistresses at one time. And they do all of that. That's what they do. And you guys are too stupid to see that. Because anytime they tell you something, they're going to be like, oh, you see, I knew there was something wrong with that, brother. I knew it. No, there was nothing wrong. You was just jealous. You was jealous because that nigga was doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. He's standing up what you know you're supposed to be standing on. What the fuck? Come on, niggas. You ain't supposed to be saying no kumbaya. Ain't no more kumbaya. I don't want no kumbaya. Ain't no kumbaya, my lord. We don't sing that shit. Tell that kumbaya, put it across the street. We don't want it. We don't sing Lucifer's songs, okay? Who's Lord? What Lord? Oh, isn't Lord synonymous with Baal? Isn't the Lord all through the Bible? The Bible? Stop! Oh, my. Okay. These people don't piss me off, man.
Oh,
People don't piss me off, man. They done got me started. They done got me started. And the sad thing is, bro, you know what the sad thing is? And what really disgusts me about my people? And I can't read because I got my glasses and the sun is beaming. Where's Bethlehem and Nazareth? Nobody knows. It ain't in Africa. It's not in the Middle East. Okay, I can show you. You go on LOV, Library of Congress. So it's loc.gov, and go look up maps prior to the arrival of Europeans in Africa. You will see there is no such thing as Jerusalem. I did videos. Like I said, you guys gotta go into the archives. I'm in the 2000s of videos, bro. You gotta go into the archives and you're gonna see, oh wow, there was no such thing as Jerusalem prior to our invasion, which means that this shit never existed. It never existed. Okay? They took control of the Middle East because they had the Middle East is access into Egypt. Okay, the niggas that got control of Egypt are the ones that rule the world. The reason why this nigga shot off the nose is because they didn't want to give you guys no motivation. Man, listen. There's a book called The Deconstruction of African Civilization by Chancellor Williams. Go read that book. You're gonna see that these people have been fighting for this area called Egypt for thousands, and I mean thousands of years. The Asians, listen, majority of these Arabs that you see, their skin color is because they was mixed breeding themselves. The Asians and the blacks was having children, and over time, you know, they become lighter, and then that's how these Arabs look. If you look at a Chinese person and you see the texture of the Chinese hair, you see the texture of them, and you see a Mexican, you see the same texture. If you see the texture of a Chinese hair and you look at an Arab, it's the same texture. If you pay attention to the nose, don't minus the eyes. The eyes are deceiving, bro. The eyes does not tell you who you are, your origin. It does not. It does not. My son got Chinese eyes. My son is not a Xing Xing. My son is as black as it can be. You gotta say something? You gonna say something?
No.
Why your hands up?
My hands up?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me a question.
No.
Oh, if you wanna ask questions, you can ask. But what was I saying?
About the people. About, like, you know, they gotta go into the reading.
No, what I was saying just now before I said why you put your hands up.
There's telling people about going into looking up stuff.
Oh, so he don't know. But anyway, when he finds out, you let me know. So you said another one had lost their mind. Ain't nobody lost their mind. You lost your mind. You lost your mind because you still believe in, you a grown-ass man still believe in Santa Claus stories. You lost your mind. I didn't lose my mind. I'm as sane as it comes, bro. I ain't lose my mind. How can I lose my mind and none of you guys that's believers right now can't show me a single prophecy that happened in 2026 right now, real time? How I lost my mind? Only a fool will believe a story that was given to them by the slave master. Only a jackass. I'm not a jackass. I'm not a donkey, bro. I'm not. No disrespect. I'm just calling it for what it is. Show it to me. Show me a single prophecy. We are living in the end times, right? We are living in the end times. Show me a prophecy. I'll wait for it. Don't tell me wars, because we've been having wars for years. And Jesus still didn't show up. He didn't show up for World War I. He didn't show up for World War II. He didn't show up for the Vietnam War. He didn't show up for the Desert Storm War. He didn't show up for the war on terrorists. He didn't show up for nothing. But now he's gonna show up now. This is how you know this is Jesuit control, and you guys are so slow to realize. So you're telling me It took for the 4 lettermen to get violated to now all of a sudden we're living in end time prophecy and Jesus is gonna arrive. So meanwhile, while everybody's getting violated, there's no conversation of him coming. But the minute the 3 lettermen get into a situation, oh my God, look, Pakistan in the Middle East, now Jesus, ain't none of this shit happening, bro. This is that right there is just an icing on the cake to prove to you that all of this is Jesuit man-made creation, bro. Can't prove none of these shits. Come on, man. Son said I lost my mind.
No.
I lost my mind. Because I don't want to believe in Santa Claus no more.
Everybody know.
I lost my mind because I don't believe Santa Claus is going to come into the project windows to give children in the projects a toy. Oh, because I know Santa Claus is not going to get inside no pissy elevator to go to the very top floor and come down and give gifts. That's why. Come on, man. That's how you guys sound when you talking about the second coming of Jesus. The nigga came already. The first time he came and he gave you the foolish nonsense, and the second time he came with a sword and he violated and he conquered the entire world and he put these Europeans on top and he keep you niggas at the bottom and to show you he mean business, right? Damn, I left my other phone, Cav.
Oh.
To show you he mean business, right? Let me show you this. I left my other phone. I like to use this phone. This phone is dirt. Hold on. No. To show you how much he rules the entire world, he decided to do this. Look, check this out. Look. Can you guys see it? Can you see it? I can't see it. Hold on, Kev. Damn. I can't see. I gotta go in the dark somewhere. Can you guys see it? Let me turn up the brightness. Look, the brightness is high. Okay? Please. Miss me with the ideology, man. Now, do I believe in a higher power? Absolutely. I believe in anything that the Europeans don't believe in. And trust me, one thing the Europeans will never do, they'll never believe nor follow anything that's African or black. So that's what I believe in. I don't want to have no connections to what they believe in. You believe in Jesus, more power to you. But don't expect me nor to tell my people to believe in that nonsense. Because that's just exactly what it is. Pure nonsense. You can't, anything that I'm saying, you guys can't prove me wrong. All you guys gonna say to me is, you're gonna go to hell. And Jesus is gonna whoop your ass. You're going to be mad when they listen. Look, as a Christian, as a follower of Jesus, why would you want bad upon me? Wouldn't you want the greatness of me? Wouldn't you want to Jesus one day to come into my heart and open me up and allow me to come back so I can be with my fellow brothers in the new kingdom as one of the chosen sheep? Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Okay. Yo, even you guys, even this is another reason why this is why it made me go even hard, because it didn't make sense how you guys were such Jesus believers and followers, but none of you niggas follow the ways of Jesus. None of you niggas was healing. I don't see nobody moving mountains. I don't see nobody's getting themselves out of circumstances. I don't see nobody seeing somebody about to get hit by a car and they say, stop! In the name of love, what? Before you break my heart. I didn't see none of that. I seen people get clipped, shot, robbed, kidnapped, thrown in jail, living in hell. I seen all of that. All in the name of Jesus, by the way. So yeah, I think you guys could miss me with this ideology. You think so, Kat? They can miss me with that, right? Cool. I ain't trying to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, and yo, bro, I forgot to bring the paper for your sister to sign, man.
Oh, right over here. Over there.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Why you ain't tell me? I would have came. It was raining yesterday, bro.
No.
So why would you come here and it was raining?
No, we didn't come to the office to the top. That's
Oh.
why. That's what you called me. And I told you. And my sickness was kind of bad. Yeah.
You said they did do some mixing with the Africans, but they were different tribes and Arabs. Most were brown skin. I mean, listen, I'm just gonna go based on the historian that graduated from Harvard, that been in that area, that had to revise his information 5, 6 times before it was finally approved. You know how much things that he had to take out? It was so bad that the nigga went blind, bro. He went blind because it's like he's providing the information and it was being suppressed by these people, bro. And this is why I'm trying to tell you, a lot of this information that you guys are receiving is them giving the okay for you to receive it. The real knowledge and understanding is only going to come with us going into these places. We have to go to Africa. You have to go. If you're thinking that you are an indigenous person of America, you have to go into these reservated islands or reservated lands where the Indians are, and you have to talk to these people. That's the only way you're gonna get true history of what the fuck is going on in this world. If you think that you're gonna get this ideology solely off the internet, solely off the libraries that's run and controlled by the Jesuits and the Orsinian family, if you think that you're gonna get all of this knowledge from them, you're gonna be highly mistaken, bro. You're going to be highly mistaken. They will never give you knowledge. They're only going to give you enough information to make you say, that's it. Realize that. You gotta sit with individuals who have the privilege to go to places like Egypt, to go to places like Israel, to go to places to sit down. A lot of you guys are receiving information from those that have never been in those areas. You see, me, I don't go. If you ain't never been in there, you can't teach me nothing about that. You have to come from there to give me some understanding. You see, I can tell you all about Brooklyn because I'm from here. I can tell you about my house just like you can tell me about your house because you're from there, right? If I'm not from your crib, but I just passed by, right? I never went upstairs. I just passed by, and somebody asked me about, and they came to me and asked you about your crib. Am I qualified to talk about that? No, can't talk about your crib. I've never been. And this is the issues that we're facing as a whole. We're trying to, what you call that? We're trying to put ourselves in things that we don't have no understanding about. Right? So when I hear black people saying, yeah, man, we are the real Jews, we this and that, and I say, okay, prove it. How do you prove it? Deuteronomy chapter 28. But Deuteronomy chapter 28 was installed by King James. King James literally wanted Deuteronomy 28 to be implemented so they could justify your enslavement. You can look this shit up. Okay? The Deuteronomy chapter 28 goes side by side with the book of Exodus. Read Deuteronomy and then read the book of Exodus. Tell me if it's not side by side. Tell me it doesn't feel like a Mark and Luke. Tell me it doesn't feel like a Peter and Matthews. I mean, John and Matthews. Tell me. Go ahead, read it. Go ahead, read it. Side by side. You're going to find the commandments, keeping the commandments in Deuteronomy and in the book of Exodus. I'm talking about the whole law. Come on, man. You guys don't know what you're studying. The niggas they put that in there so you guys can accept, to justify their enslavement, right? So when you read the book, right? When I give you this book and I see myself in slavery and they finally allowed me to read, right? They said, nigga, you can read now. And the nigga said, I can read? Master. Did you guys ever see the movie Nat Turner? Remember when Nat Turner he was reading on the low, and then the European plantation owner found out, and she said, you could read? He thought he was gonna get penalized for it, and then she took him into the house, and she opened the door, and nigga seen all them books. He was like, he thought he seen that was heaven to him just now. That particular moment was heaven for him.
And then when he went to go grab one of those books, that lady said, nope. Mm-mm. This is the book I want you to read. And she gave him the Biblos. And when he was finally able to read, she said, baby, Deuteronomy, please. Can you go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, please? Oh, mama, master. It said, if that boy don't keep no commandment, he gonna burn hell. He gonna keep no commandment, master. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Don't you disobey, boy. Keep the commandment, boy. Obey me. I am your master. Oh, yes, master. Or Deuteronomy chapter 28 is gonna happen to you. And you guys are gonna sit here and look me with a straight face and tell me that this story is about us? Why? Listen, if the story was about us, it would never need to be forced upon us. Ever. If the story was about us, there would be no reason for the Crusades. If the story of us coming from Ham, Shem, and Japheth, there would be no reason for there would be no reason for the Crusades. Why is the Crusades happening? Exactly. Why was this book given unto the slaves? Read it. Yes, sir. Why? Tell them, okay? Why? You know why? Because when they start allowing you to learn how to read and you have the spirit to rebel, they're going to say, listen, boy. You was enslaved because you didn't know who was Jesus Christ, baby. You didn't accept him as your Lord and Savior, sweetheart. And that's the reason why you are on the other side, sweetheart. But if you become a good boy, you know, they pat you on your head. Look at a good boy. You become a good boy, you just might receive some salvation. Did you pray? And guess what we was doing? Guess what we was doing, right? Because we heard that. I am working on the railroad. Hold on, I gotta pray, Jesus. Please, I don't want to work no more. Okay, go back. I've been working on the railroad. Jesus wanna work no more. Okay, go back. I've been working on the railroad. Jesus don't want to work no more. Go back. And praying and praying and praying and praying. And when you get fed up and you get so angry and you just looking at these niggas like, yo, I could just chop over his head right now. Unalive him. I might die, but a lot of these niggas might survive. And then when I get that urge, they be like, make sure you go to church on Sunday. You go to church on Sunday, they give you the book. You say, oh, they're like, Lord, give me a sign. Niggas done lost their mind. Shorty done stuck behind. Press rewind. I'm gonna be sipping some wine. You get what I'm saying? That's what it is. Lord, give me a sign. You niggas done lost your mind. You still stuck in rewind, and they shut you up by making you drink wine. Can't make this shit up. This is what they've been doing for how many years now? It's 400 years, and the same ideology, it's the same philosophy still taking place. That's what you call insanity. Religion has made every single one of you niggas insane because you really think change is gonna come. You really think change is gonna come through religion. You really think Jesus is gonna come through the sky. Look, the sun, here he comes. Oh, miss me with that madness, bro. You think about this. I want you guys to really think about this. If this God that these niggas gave you was this so powerful God, and we know what he's capable of, why would these evil niggas even play around like that? I used to ask the question. I was like, yo, when I was in this Hebrew nonsense, I said to a brother, I said, yo, I went to the elder, I said, yo, elder, let me ask you a question. Why would the devil or the devil's children do the shit that they're doing, knowing what God is about to do to them? You know what they used to tell me? Well, we all know. All I do know is that we on the side of righteousness, and when that time comes, we gonna be all right. I said, that's cool, But it doesn't add up. It's like it's not making complete sense. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make complete sense. So you telling me, hold on. So you're telling me that
I'm outside of
if I do something wrong, I'm gonna go to if I do something wrong, I'm gonna go to hell, and you're gonna give me to the very person that you're telling me not to follow and be like, but yet you're going to send me to him because I was disobedient. Oh man, y'all guys gotta stop. Y'all guys gotta wake up, man. You niggas been sleeping way too long, bro. You have become insane. You niggas have become lunatics. You know why? Because you have been overtaken by the real legion of doom. Okay? The real legion of doom. The real legion, which means to combine. It's to combine. It's to grab you. It's to bind you into this ideology so you can never break free. That's why when I started off saying what I was saying, what did the sister say? She said, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you cannot deteriorate me from my faith. Even though what you're saying sounds 100% accurate. It makes a whole lot of sense. But my faith and trust in Jesus, bro. You see, Jesus, let me tell you something about Jesus. Jesus is the Almighty. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. Jesus, there's power in that name. Right? There's power in that name. Right? So, there's power in that name. Jesus, I need 5 million right now. Jesus, I need 5 million right now, cash. I need it right now. Just give me, you don't even gotta give me 5 million right now. Just give me 100,000 right now, cash. Talk to me. Talk to me nice. I'll wait for it. Oh, okay. If Jesus, and then you know what's sad? You know what's sad? You niggas that believe in Jesus and believe in his ways, when COVID came around, Jesus was the last thing on your mind. Your job override Jesus. Jesus told you not to defile your body. You did that. You put an outside substance inside your body. You don't know where it came from. You don't know if it got pig in it. You don't know if it got aborted babies, blood. You don't know what's in it. I mean, you know now, but at that time, you didn't know what was in it. Exactly. Samuel, the more. That's who he is. Samuel, Emmanuel. You forgot? Emmanuel, Samuel, El. Goes back to what? Bell. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, listen. The thing is easy as day, but you guys choose not to believe it because you don't want to accept the mother effing truth. You don't want the facts. You like living in lies. It's cool, I get it. But you can't say, yo, I'm tired of this world. I want change and I can't wait for Jesus to come. That's what they want you to believe. They want you to sit back and think somebody's going to redeem you. Why are you sitting back thinking about somebody's going to redeem you? They're changing the laws. They're changing universal laws. They're saying it's okay for a 4-year-old little boy or little girl to say, I want a sex change. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This is sorry my language, bro. This is the language. This is the ideology that I'm talking about. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yo, bro. A 4-year-old can make a sex change, but a 4-year-old can't decide if you want to vote for the president of the United States. Are you fucking shitting me? A 4-year-old can decide a sex change, but a 4-year-old can't decide if he wants to vote for a president of the United States. A 4-year-old can't decide if he want to drink alcohol. He's not of age. He's not knowledgeable for that type of knowledge and wisdom to make such decisions. But you want him to make a decision of a sex change, and you niggas thinking it's okay. And that's why this Abrahamic religion is nothing but a man-made, created, Luciferian, satanic, barbaric ideology that black people need to stay away from. Europeans, if you want to live that, that's more power to you. The behavior of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's y'all behaviors. You know, you take niggas, women, you lie, you steal, you destroy, you plummet, you invade, you do whatever. They, you know, just like how Lot and what's his name, Abraham invaded Sodom and Gomorrah. Yes, they invaded. The nigga said, yo, You decide. You going left or you going right? Lot said, I'm going right. He's like, all right, I'm going left. So they went left, they went right, and when they got there, they was violating. Come on, man. Niggas gotta wake up, bro. Smell the Kool-Aid, man. This shit is real. This thing is for real, bro. We're living in the times of the end. When I mean the end, we're living in the end of European dominance, bro. It's about to be over. It's about to be over. Don't think these AIs is here to replace the niggas. The AI is here to replace us all. But it's gonna be y'all because you, and this is no disrespect to my Europeans. We're just calling it for what it is. But you guys are you guys are not pure genetics. You're not. How can I say this when I'm being mean, bro? You are contaminate. No, can't say that. That's a mixed breed. You don't carry the genes and the genetics to connect you with the universe and be protected by the universe when shit hit the fan. So you're already in a disadvantage, right? So now they're putting these AIs that's gonna override you in every aspect. It's gonna be a battle for us because we are like I said, we are the indigenous rulers of this world. So it's gonna be a battle for us, right? But it's gonna be easy to take y'all down because you guys aren't genetically strong, bro. You guys, you have a high genetic deficiency, which is the sun. The sun literally fuels the entire world, bro. And you guys can't be around it for too long. It's going to destroy you. It's going to destroy you. This is no disrespect. I'm just calling it for what it is. So when they bring forth this AI, the AI is going to remove you niggas from your positions, and it's going to be an ongoing battle. The battle is going to be between the blacks and the Hispanics. The AI is going to be against the blacks and the Hispanics. Let me say it again. The AI is going to be against the blacks and the Hispanics, bro. Because we still carry the DNA of the ancestors. We carry the indigenous blood of the ancestors, so we can withstand the earth when it turns up. And that's why they're pushing interracial marriages. That's why when you see the movies now, every movie you watch, especially on Netflix, you're gonna see a whole lot of interracial shit going on. They're pushing that because they know. You see what happened July 4th. You see with the whole heat wave. This is the first of many. You guys know that you guys know that like snow and the winter, those shits is man created, right? It would that atmosphere, that energy, that wind, all that shit comes from Antarctica. You guys are aware of this, right? You guys are aware that none of you niggas is allowed to go to Antarctica. You go to Antarctica, you would see what these niggas use. You would see the harp. You would see the harp machine. You would see where the winter and the storms and the clouds are coming from. That's why you guys are getting fake snow. The snow always been fake. It's always been fake. It's just we wasn't paying attention. We was not paying attention. We was not paying attention. We didn't have smartphones. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't give a damn. We just went about our business every day. We went from A, B, C, D. We didn't know. But now that we're living in the age of information, somebody can be on their phone, be like, yo, Kev, you see this snow, bro? Y'all lit this shit not melting. You be like, word? I didn't know that. You know why you ain't know? Because if I ain't tell you that, you would have never knew. So we always had these things, okay? Winter is not normal. There's no winter here. They've created that because they need to combat the sun. They cannot function if it's too hot, okay? And this is not me being disrespectful. I'm just trying to give you guys clear understanding of how the universe functions. You guys have been lied to too many times. You've been lied to. That's why you guys gotta wear glasses in the sun. That's why your eyes is blue. Our eye socket has melanin. I can look at the sun, look. It's gonna burn my eyes, but I can look at it all day, every day, sit there for 10 minutes straight. It's gonna burn my eyes. But the difference between what it does to me and what it does to you, it fuels me. People that's, back in the day, why we didn't wear glasses? We didn't wear glasses because children was outside. Children was outside. The sun was always beaming. The water was on our face. We wasn't taking the wops. Okay? These things close your receptors to the connection to the universe. They know that, bro. If I put somebody else's organs inside of you, my body is always gonna be on the defense. Your body is not in a state of comfortability. That's why we aging fast. That's why we slowing down fast. You guys don't even understand what's going on, bro. Come on, man. This shit runs deep, bro. And the sooner you break out of this ideology, the sooner you're gonna see exactly what I'm saying. It's gonna start making sense. You're gonna be like, damn, this nigga Junior was really right. Yo, bro, you really was on something. I'm gonna say, nah, I wasn't on something. I'm just doing what the ancestors told me to do. I'm doing my job the same way you're supposed to do yours. Right now, you guys' job is to just listen. Take this information, gather the intel, and go do what you gotta do. For my fellow Europeans, understand that the system that you thought was gonna protect you, how they work. Every time, it's never late, bro. So the system that you thought was gonna protect you and be with you has now turned against you. Okay? Because like I told you, the system that you guys thinking that is so constitutional has been bought by the four lettermen. The niggas that put the on their heads. America has been bought by them. They paid the billions of dollars, and within that month, within that purchase, part of the contract was America to provide military support and billions of dollars every year. That's why your tax dollars spend billions of dollars going into that area, because it was bought. It was part of the contract. You guys don't know that because you guys are not catching that. You're not reading the laws. You're not reading the paperwork and the documentations that they had in the Bilderbergs. You're not reading the G6s. You're not reading these things. The only thing that you guys is reading is this motherfucking weird ass Bible that's not gonna take you nowhere. That's what you've been reading. Come on, man. F Trump. I don't sound like none of these niggas. Don't associate me with these weirdos, man. Don't associate me with nobody European, bro. Don't do that. Please. I'm a melanated man. If I sound like anybody, I sound like Malcolm X. You heard? I sound like DMX. You heard? I sound like a nigga from Brooklyn. You heard? I sound like a man that was kidnapped from his home that's ready to go home. That's what I sound. I don't sound like no mother effing Trump. Are you crazy? That man can't even spell his goddamn name right. That nigga is a Jew. I look like a Jew to you? Come on, man. Don't disrespect me, bro. Don't disrespect me. I'm as black. I'm as melanated as they come, bro. And I love every bit of my melanin. You heard? I love being able to be in the sun all day, every day. Look, I'm standing. The sun is the sun not looking directly in front of me, bro? Directly in front of me, right? Not behind me, right in front of me, right? That's why they can't see me clear. The sun is right in front of me, bro. I have to sit in front of the sun. This is where I feel at my best. This is why this is why I'm so motivated to talk to you guys the way that I'm talking, because the sun is giving me my dinner. This is my food right here. You want to eat? Get a little closer to the sun. Go like this. Put it on your neck right here. Put it behind your neck. Get some food, bro. Eat. You're a black man. You need the sun. You got to be outside. Let me tell you guys something. The hotter it is, the more you guys should be outside. And like I said, you see what's going on. You see this so-called heat wave. You see the heat wave. The reason why the heat wave was what it is because these niggas wanted to celebrate 4th of July, so they had to turn off the grid for the day. I know it sounds far-fetched, bro. Yeah. The winter is man creation. Has nothing to do with us, bro. Black people cannot stand the rain. We can't stand the cold. That's nothing. That's why you're not gonna find none of that. You're gonna find it. You're gonna find it when in their writings. There's no snow in Africa. There was no snow. There was no records of them snowing in the West until these Europeans got there. Think about that. Let me show you how you know it's man-made. How does the snow not go to the Caribbeans, not go to Mexico, not be in Mexico, but yet be in Texas? So Mexico and Texas, you guys know is connected, right? The border is the border that you guys are seeing is literally on land, bro. But yet there's no snow in Mexico. But there's snow in America. There's snow in Dallas. Come on, people. All of this shit was man created, bro. Operation Paperclip. Go look that up. You could think that I'm clinically insane, bro.
Whoa.
Take what I want, bro. Oh, listen, they thought Jesus was crazy too, right? So they thought Malcolm was crazy too. So I guess, listen, if I fall in the line of craziness because I stand with the facts and I don't fall under their Luciferian, satanic, barbaric doctrine, then so be it. I guess I'm insane, my nigga. But if you wake up and you believe Jesus is gonna come and save you, you beyond insane. Any nigga that go to church on Sunday, I believe needs to go to a psychiatric ward and stay there for at least seven years. 7 years, what is it? 7 years completion? I think niggas should be there for 7 years and sit there and try to figure life out, because you understand? Because none of this shit is gonna happen, bro. Do your homework. Like I said, don't listen to me, man. I'm just the messenger, man. Do your homework. If what I'm saying is not to be true, and what I'm saying is sound like I'm insane, then prove me wrong. Prove me wrong with archaeological pure evidence and put it to the table. I would give you my platform to bring it out. I would love for you to bring it out. And you would, I guarantee you would not be able to, because exactly. Remember, the same people that's giving you history are the same people that told you about the Holocaust. The same people that's giving you the history, your history, whether it's indigenous or Europeanist, the person that's giving you this history, the people that's publishing these informations, I have the records. I can prove to every single one of you guys that the Holocaust never happened. I can show you that. But you got to pay for that. Because that information could literally destroy my entire life. Like literally. I expose the number one tool that these niggas use to allow them to do the shit under the radar, with nobody having the courage to say, my nigga, you is fucking up. When I'm being titled the anti, yeah, you guys gonna have to pay for that. You're gonna pay for that. You gotta join the membership. You gotta subscribe. You gotta join Patreon. You gotta contribute to this knowledge and wisdom, bro. Because once I open that door, once I open that door, there's no closing it. Once I go through that door, it's over. I repeat, it is over. These niggas, listen, there's a sister right now that's under attack right now because she's doing the same thing that I'm saying. She's exposing, putting these people out, so exposing these people with the law. She just said she live in a secure house and the FBI, damn, I left my other phone. I would love to show you guys this shit. Yo, follow me on YouTube tonight and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna come on YouTube around like 10, 11 o'clock and I'm gonna show you. If for those that's thinking that I'll be wild, I'm gonna show you. She said, yo, the government officials, the FBI, secret agents came to her house and started smirking. And she was like, you see, that moment on, that lets me know I need to go harder. And she was asking people to share her videos, etc., etc. This is what they do. Listen, listen, look, check this out. Let me show you how the ancestors work and how the Europeans work, right? So the ancestors granted me 137,000 subscribers. The ancestors know that I'm talking what I'm talking now. But the machine, the vortex, the Luciferians, the Abraham babies, the believers, they was like, nah. He's gonna become a threat. Because they already know I can't be bought. They try to offer me too. They try to buy me before. You didn't know that. You don't know that the Freemasons hollered at me. I can show you. Listen, I still got the paperwork in my house. They told me that they've been watching me for 7 years, guys. 7 years that these niggas been watching me. 7 years that these people been watching my every move, and they feel I will be a great adjustment or a great add-on to their establishment. That's what he told me, bro. And he showed me everything. He showed me the money. He showed me a AP, $150,000 AP watch. He showed me a $350 chain. He was like, yo, bro, I can get you all of this right now. He said, sign the contract, come join. I'll get you, we can go purchase this right now. The nigga told me that. I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. He said, you sure, bro? He said, these offers come once in a lifetime, my God. He's like, take it or leave it. You're gonna regret it. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. I can't compromise myself and sell myself short when I'm doing the work for my people. That nigga said, all right. Closed. Never heard from him again. His entire Instagram, everything deleted. You would have never thought that shit ever existed. I was like, oh, this man was for real. Gone. So again, you know what I'm saying? Like when you doing what you're supposed to be doing, these people are watching you, bro. They know exactly what I'm saying, bro. They like, yo, how they still trying to figure out how is he learning all of this knowledge, bro? What the fuck is he doing? What I'm doing is reading, bro. What I'm doing is communicating. What I'm doing is breaking myself free from this matrix, bro. I don't text how many times do I text you? Not too much, right? Probably like twice, 3 times, right? But majority of the time I call you, right? Yeah, communication, bro. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. You guys don't know what's going on. These people know who is who. They know who's the threat. They know who has the potential of changing the world. I know what's hindering me. I know what's stopping me from going to the next level. It has nothing to do with y'all. Has nothing to do with not following Jesus and believing. No, it's something that I have to do. And I know what I have to do. And once I do what I'm supposed to do, you're going to see me in that position that you would have never imagined. You're going to see me with 200, 300,000 followers effortlessly. You're going to see me have seminars where thousands of people is gathered together in all decency and unity and love. You're going to see me putting an end to the bickering between the man and the woman. You're going to see me put an end to young children fighting and unaliving. I'm going to do all of this shit with absolutely no connection with Jesus. I'm going to show you that this only is going to be done through us. There's no salvation that's coming through nobody but through us. If I don't have salvation and respect and honor for you, you ain't going to have salvation. There's no Jesus that's going to give you that. There's no system that's going to give you that. There's no Abraham that's going to give you that. There's no Isaac. There's no Jacob. There's none of these shits. None of you niggas can show me where these people is. Where they at, Kev? Where they went to school. Where did Jesus go to school? What was Jesus' best friend's name? What was his best friend? Did Jesus ever bust a nut? Did he ever wax on, wax off? I don't know. But none of you niggas got this type of information. None of you got this information. And all your information has to come solely from them, meaning that you got to get that knowledge and intel from these people. None of you got this information, bro. You can't prove nothing when it's pertaining to that man. Because that man was created in the Jesuit order. The Pope that made Caesar Borgia the image, he was also at that meeting, bro. All these niggas was at that meeting, bro. All of them was at that meeting, bro. Abba Gurmia, the man that wrote the Ethiopian Bible, he was at that meeting. He is married. Him and Constantine are related through marriage. Like, yo, bro, you, like I said, you guys don't know nothing. You guys are just and look, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you exactly how you know I be telling you the facts, right? and you would have to go into go on my channel, type in Abba Gurmia. Just type it in. You're gonna see a video. I want you to watch that video. Watch it, excuse me. Watch it in its full totality, right? I'm going to show you, because what I'm doing, when I was doing that live, I was also going on the internet and I was writing what I was writing, right? I want you to go on the internet. After watching it, I want you to go on the internet right now and follow every freaking step that I did and watch how they removed everything. You said we are spiritual beings after death. Where do you? Okay, so let me do some correction. First and foremost, when you die, you don't go to heaven. You don't go to hell. That is, remember, the story of heaven and hell. That's Jesuit created, right? They told you to believe that your kingdom is up top, but they take everything down low. Where do you go? You want to use the bathroom, sir?
No.
Where do you go when you die? I'm gonna tell you where you go. You dwell on this earth, or you dwell on this earth, or you connect. You go into the side of your ancestors, and you like that. See, I told you, man. Come on, Kev, I ain't that old yet, man. You heard? Right? You go into the realm of your ancestors, or you stay on this earth. Now, for those that don't understand what I'm saying, I'm gonna give you an example, and I'll give you my own personal testimony. When my father died in 1993. His spirit, he refused to leave the house because my pops died in a way that he know that it was on him, right? Anyway, so he didn't want to leave my house, right? My mom's had to get a voodoo priest to get my father out the house. He had to do some level of enchantment to get my father out the house. So my father gets out the house, and then he ends up dwelling in the outside. Now, for those that's gonna be like, well, how you know he's dwelling in the outside? It's because he told me he's dwelling in the outside. Yes, your ancestors do talk to you. You gotta be in that space, bro. You have to be in that space. And that's another thing too, right? Another reason why you guys don't connect to your ancestors is because you fell for this crying and lying thing, right? When somebody dies, you're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to embrace that, because death is promising. Death is promised. Now, if you die violently, then the cries and the pain and the anger is understood. But somebody that just died old age, or they just died, whatever, you're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to embrace that, right? When you embrace that, you tell you're telling the spiritual realm that I'm okay with him being on the other side, and I still want him around, or she around, or they around, and they're gonna continue coming around. You see, when my pops died, my mother didn't cry. When my pops died, I didn't cry. My brothers didn't cry. None of us cried, right? So because we didn't cry, he was granted the access to be amongst us. So that's why when somebody dies and you cry, the person becomes an afterthought, because you're telling them that the pain that they're giving you is not worth them coming to you. And then, not to mention that a lot of these dudes has been Abrahamicized, right? That's what I call it, Abrahamanized. You've been Abrahamanized, where you think that, oh my God, if I see the spirit, it's a demon, and and then you're gonna go run into Jesus, right? Because like I said, nobody in the spirit realm about no Jesus, Allah, all that shit is lies, bro. All of it is lies. The pastors will tell you that there's a lie. The pastor could even put his hands and tell you that they can't even tell you where exactly Jesus grew up at. What was Jesus' favorite food? What was his clothes? Like I said, what's his best friend's name? Where did he go to school at? Where did he learn at? Like he had all these miracles. He gathered 7,000. The nigga made one bread and fed 5,000 people. Where? Where's the mountain? Where's the olive mountain where he sat on when he was speaking to the disciples? Where exactly? Can somebody show me? So can we walk there? If I was to take a plane, can you navigate me to that very exact location? Absolutely not. No, Jesus is your Lord. Jesus is not my Lord. I would never put a European over my ancestors. Are you dumb? I will never worship, get on my knees, bow down to no European over my ancestors. Are you crazy? Nigga, F for Jesus, nigga. What? Nigga said the ancestors, the worthless humans. So you telling me Jesus is worth more than my ancestors, my biological blood? You telling me Jesus oversees my father, my biological dad? Are you fucking kidding me? Miss me with that bullshit, sir. I would never put Caesar Borgia over my dad, bro. I wouldn't even put Jesus over my man's right here. I can see Cav. Cav, give me that. I can talk to him. I can physically talk to him. I can't do that with Jesus. Nigga said Jesus is my Lord. He's your Lord. He's not mine. That nigga Jesus is exactly how powerful he is. As weak as it comes. He has no power. He died and ran away from the devil because he was weak. Okay? He died for your sins and you niggas are still sinning because he was weak. Jesus, the God of the Bible, has absolutely no strength whatsoever at all. Yeah, he was a lizard. Lazarus was Jesus' friend. Yeah, he was. He was. Where was Lazarus buried at? He died, right? Because when you die, you got to get buried. Where was he buried at? Show me the location. Show me the area. Matter of fact,
That's one thing I don't like.
hold on. Let me look at my phone for y'all. Hold on. Damn, I don't even got ChatGPT on this phone. I can't even go. I can't. Nah, you don't got that. Let me ask. Hold on. Where is Lazarus in the Bible buried? We're gonna find out in real time. Let's see. No. Let me read this for y'all. Let me read this. Let me show you how you know this is fugazi, right? It says, oh, check this out. It says, according to Christian traditions, Lazarus has two burial sites. The first is the rock-cut caves in Bethany, modern-day Ezoria, West Bank, where Jesus raised him from the dead, right? The second and final resting place is in Lawrence, Cyprus, where he reputed remains lie inside the historical church of Saint Lazarus. Okay. So let's see if we can see the actual body of this Lazarus. I mean, look. They opened the tombs and showed you the bodies of all the pharaohs, right? So they should be able to show you the bodies of Lazarus, right? Why not? Trust me, if these niggas could able to do that, they would have did it long time ago. I'm reading it. Hold on. This is the burial chamber. And you guys are gonna believe this to be factual, right? Yo, bro. Listen, man. I can't make this shit up, man. He got two burial sites.
Which one is
So the first burial was where Jesus raised them up at, and the second one is in a whole different area where his remains there. And yet they know that it's remains, but nobody opened it up to show the people the remains. But yet we got the remains of every single fucking pharaoh that ever lived in Egypt. They got the tombs open for them. I went into what's that place called? I went in, my legs is thick.
I know, you know. But he's skinny. I hate that.
Chinese people got some thick ass legs. Shing shing shing.
No, the bum. The little bum.
Little Xing Xing had some thick legs. Shout out to Xing Xing, yeah? And then Xing Xing. Well, I forgot what I was saying. My bad, guys. When you see me like this, my brain is always on overdrive, man. So if you've been following me, just know that I go from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, man. I'll be on A 1 minute, then I go to B. I just been like that my entire life. My brain process different than the average person, bro. I'm too advanced. Like, sometimes I have to bring myself down to reality to stay with you guys, because I will go too far with the metaphors and stuff, and it will literally throw y'all off. And I don't want to do that, because I don't like to continue repeating it over and over again when I be trying to get a point across. You feel me? So yeah, that's where he was. Listen, man. You guys believe this story, man. I don't. I'm telling you, you can't. These niggas can't prove nothing. They can open up all the tombs and show you every pharaoh, but they can't show me at least 3 characters out the Bible. Just show me 3. Show me David, show me Solomon, show me David, Solomon, and show me Saul. Show me these 3 kings. Just show me that. The same way you show me 3 pharaohs, show me Solomon, show me David, and show me Saul. And even that, you guys don't even know that even that is Masonic. The 3s, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Ham, Shem, Japheth, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, right? Like, the shit goes on. It all goes back to Jesuit. 6, 3 plus 3 equals 6, 3 plus 3 equals 6, 3 plus 3 again equals 6. Jesuit, 666. That is all in your book. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? It was Esau, Jacob, and Isaac. It was Abram, Isaac, and what's the other nigga name? Ishmael. 3. It's always 3. 3, 3, 3. Nobody asks these questions. It was God, Moses, and it was God, Moses, and Aaron. 3. Nobody asks these questions. Nobody asks these questions. It was 3. Cain, Abel, and Steph. It was 3. It was 3 people in the garden. It was Jesus. It was Jesus, because he's Lord, right? It was Adam. It was Adam, it was Eve, and it was the serpent. 3 people. And then after the serpent left, supposedly he just miraculously disappeared, and then God came, and then God was talking, and when the conversation took place, the conversation was amongst 3 people. God was speaking to Adam. He said, yo, did you eat this forbidden fruit? Adam replied and said, it was the bitch you gave me. And God said, because you violated, this is what's going to happen to you, Shorty. And Shorty replied, said, I'm sorry, I didn't know. He deceived me. That's 3 people. That's 3 people having a conversation. Come on. Come on. It all goes back to the Jesuit order, bro. How? I can't keep stressing that, people. Kev, I can't keep stressing.
Yeah,
it goes back to the Jesuit order,
every
bro.
fruit of all the trees, but don't touch one.
Yeah.
Don't touch this one tree.
So that means it was 3 people in the garden. In the beginning, if you remove God from the conversation, it was 3 people in the garden. So how did those 3 people in the garden get there when, according to the book of Jasher and the book of Jubilees, it was an abundance of angels who rebelled against God and came and was cast into the earth. Now, this is the question that I want to ask you so-called religious believers, right? According to the Bible, it says evil cannot dwell amongst the Lord. Like, evil doesn't even have the energy to breathe. So let me ask you guys a question. How the fuck did hell or sin make it into the heavens where Satan was kicked out and 2/3 of the angels followed? How did that happen? Key word, you heard what I just said? 2/3. So that means it was three. Three made it a whole. But 2 out of those third came into heaven. So that means it was 3/3. And then 2 out of those 3 came into earth. So it makes it 3. Oh, okay. You still don't get it. Okay. So again, I'm gonna ask that question. How does sin make its way into the heavens when sin, it doesn't even have no room to be around the Lord? So you telling me Satan is singing to the Lord, the presence of the Lord, the powerful, the almighty, the nigga that could make the earth drop meteors of fire, had his own child, because that's what Jesus was, that's what the devil was, his child, be up there, but he had an envious heart. And if it was ordained for him to have this envious heart, why did he create him? Why didn't God know that this creation of his was going to end up rebelling against him? And if you knew that, then why would you go on with it? If you knew that, then why would you cast him into the earth, into the place where you was going to put your very first best creation, where he was going to be there and be violated and be tempted again? Everything the devil did was tempt you. The devil never put a gun to Eve. The devil never put a gun to Adam. Never put a gun to Jesus. It was these niggas that made those choices. And when you see the story of Jesus in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights, you would see that was a story taken from Adam and Eve. Remember, they was in the garden. It was them. If you read the story of Adam and Eve, to read the book of Adam and Eve, this nigga was bothering them for 40 days and 40 nights, trying to persuade them to eat. And he finally got Eve. It took him 40 days and 40 nights. And Jesus was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights and was tempted by the devil. And what did the devil tell him to do? Eat this bread and you're going to be all right. Yo. Ah, man. Jesus is not black. The Father is not black. Everybody in the Bible, there's not a single person in the Bible that's black, okay? The word black came after you was slavery. That's where the terminology black and race came about, my nigga. You don't know what you're talking about. Please go on to the left with that, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. Jesus was not black. God was not black. Don't get misled. Fake ass paintings that these people are giving you. They created these paintings to force you to believe that this story is about you. Who was the painter? Tell me the images and these images of these so-called black creators of images of these characters. Tell me who's the name of these painters. Find the exact name and come holler at me. Find the exact names of these painters and then come holler at me. Man. Okay, man. We coming here every day for the rest of the year, yeah?
That's something good, yeah.
They look good. The women is beautiful. I could look. You know what I'm saying? I can't touch, but I could look. It wasn't black, bro. You got to get out of this ideology. And for those that's claiming that this man is black, you're not getting this information from black people, bro. You're getting this into every intel of every character that comes out of this book. You're getting it from the Jesuit people. You got to go to their resources. You got to go to their source. You can't go to anything black that proves any argument of these people being black. You can't go anywhere. I can't go into a black house or into a black village and they can give me the very, like, yo, Jesus went to school here. This was his best friend David, and his cousin name was Ramel or whatever. You can't find none of that. All your information that comes solely from these niggas. The whole brand new information, and you niggas will be on the internet writing it down. And you'll go to church on Saturday, Sunday, or you come online and you'll be like, look what I found. I told you he was black. They bringing it out. They bringing it out. They're not bringing nothing out. They're giving you this so they can shut your mouth. So he can keep you in a space of doubt. So he can keep you like, yeah, man, this is why you got to read your Bible, my brother. I'm telling you, man, you got to read your Bible because Jesus is black. He's coming back. He's coming back. The Father is black. Oh, my gosh. The Father that allowed black people to be enslaved is black. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Even, yo, bro, you know the shit that bothers me is that it's like even deep down in your heart, you know that shit is not true, bro. You know deep down, that's the thing that bothers me, bro. Deep down in your heart, you know that shit ain't true. You know when you be going into these seminars and you be listening to these niggas speak, you be saying to yourself like, yo, man, this nigga talking a whole lot. Yeah, I hear it, but I don't believe it. I want to believe it because, you know, I want to believe because, you know, I want to be connected to something other than being a slave. So we try to connect ourselves to something that has some level of authority over the world. So of course, if I could claim to be a character in the Bible or the characters in the Bible to be related to me, it'll make look at me more than just a lost, stupid, ignorant slave. They're gonna see me as a strong black man that has ties and connections to Jesus and the Father because they are black, and I can prove to you they are black. The book of Solomon says, "I am black," not knowing that the word black in Old English means that I am sad, I am down, I'm depressed. Y'all niggas don't know nothing. You just, like I said, everything that you guys are doing is just regurgitating information that you have received over the internet. You have to do the in-depth studies, bro. You have to go down that rabbit hole to figure out what the heck is going on. If you think that you're gonna get information solely from them, you're gonna get information from these people, listen, you're gonna be led down a rabbit hole. By the time you get up, you're gonna be drowning in the Atlantic Ocean, bro. Because that was the whole intention. The whole thing was to divide you, bro. The whole thing was to keep you confused. The whole thing, this is what black people don't understand. You're being detached.
Voiceover on.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Oh, I can't turn it off. But anyway, you understand? You guys don't understand that these people gave you this ideology and this philosophy to take you away from your African spirituality, from your indigenous spirituality. The indigenous people of America was not following Jesus, bro. They wasn't calling on Yahweh and Yahoo and the cuckoos and the poo-poos and the doo-doos, my nigga. They wasn't doing that, bro. That shit came through slavery, my nigga. That shit came through colonization. That shit came through invasion. No, people, you can't find any documentations or any information that can prove that we was doing this before the Europeans came into our space, bro. Not gonna argue anybody about that, bro. You can't show me that. And if you can't prove it to me, then that means that shit is not real, bro. It's not real. Come on, we gotta wake up. Believing into that is like believing in Santa Claus. I keep saying that. You gotta wake up. It's over for that, bro. Leave that shit alone. Proceed to something else. Go seek your African spirituality. Go seek your indigenous spirituality. Go seek your ancestors. You a slave, my nigga. You can't trace your ancestors back past 1800, bro. Go do your homework. Go figure out what you was doing in the 1500s, in the 1600s, the 1700s. That's the homework you're supposed to be doing, and you're not gonna get that through Jesus, my nigga. Jesus ain't gonna give you shit but a mother effing wish list that will never be granted, bro. Stop. You better all believing in Santa Claus, my nigga. Santa Claus is gonna come and give you gifts the same way Jesus is gonna come and give you salvation, bro. That's what it was. Santa Claus is for the children. Jesus is for the adults. Both these niggas that created these shits don't even follow it. The niggas that created the Santa Claus story don't even believe in it. The niggas that created the Jesus story don't even believe in it. But they want you to believe in it though. Because if you believe in it, the chances of you rebelling, oh no. It's gonna drop down tremendously. Come on, man. What's wrong with these people, Kev? You don't know, man? You want to speak to them? Nah? Want to leave them alone? You want me to leave them alone?
No, okay.
You want me to keep going? You want me to keep putting my foot on their neck? You sure?
Yeah.
I'll leave them alone.
Uh,
If you want me to leave them alone, you want to chill here and enjoy it. Listen, I'm trying to enjoy the sunlight. You see, I came out the car talking this. I'm chilling. This is the nonsense that I got to deal with every single day because, and I'm not saying what you guys are, bringing forth and the questions and your opinions and your suggestions. I'm not acting like what you're saying is not. I don't want to say it's pointless, because everybody's opinion and everybody is entitled for knowledge and wisdom, and only a fool would disregard questionings and disregard and disregard information. I don't operate like that. But you guys must also understand I'm a little bit more advanced when it comes to biblical studies. I'm a little bit more advanced when it comes to archaeological studies. I'm a little bit more advanced when it comes to the knowledge of ancient texts like the Epic of Gilgamesh. I can show you how they took that from the Epic of Gilgamesh and then gave you the Noah story. You get what I'm saying? I can show you how they took the tablets, like I said, the Sumerian tablets. They created the Moses story. Okay, the Old Testament is moon worship. The New Testament is sun worship. It's European astrology, bro. It has nothing to do with you, black people. Stop. The faster you realize that, the faster shit will get the ball rolling to put an end to this fuckery that you're seeing in this earth. You know why Epstein is able to do what he's doing? Because you're praying to his God. You know why these niggas in the position that they're in? Because you're praying to their gods. You're following their rituals. You're doing their customs. You got black people talking about, I'm keeping the Sabbath day. You know where the Sabbath day come from, bro? That shit come from Saturn, my nigga. You know why they make you wear rings and earrings and all that? Is the Lord of the Rings. Remember the Lord of the Rings? Doesn't Saturn carry a ring around it? Oh, my please. Oh, my Lord, have mercy, son. Oh, man, they making my hair hurt, bro. You guys are unaware of this? Come on, man. Why? Because you don't understand my speech? Is it because I don't fit the image of a professor? I look like the niggas that can make a rap video? That's why? Come on, man. Don't judge a book by its cover. Ain't that what they tell you? Why you don't? Listen, go watch my YouTube, man. I do this for days. I've been talking about this for years, bro. This is nothing new to me, bro. Nothing new. It's new to you guys. It's not new to me. I've been here before. I did all the homework. I spoke to all the people, and we got the same mother effing outcome. Another Jesuit created. All right? I have this one book, bro, by one of the top Jesuits. They killed that man. That man tried to flee into. That man tried to flee into was it Argentina? I think it's either Argentina or it was Brazil. I forgot his name, but I got the book somewhere in my house, man. When that man was telling you everything about the Jesuit order, bro, when you read that book, it explains 90% of everything that I'm saying. And you know what's crazy? What's crazy is the information that I had it before I even read the book, bro. I knew about this, and that was just the confirmation that I needed. Everything, listen, the majority of the things that I'll be telling you guys, I kid you not, if I'm lying, I'm flying. It be the ancestors that be telling me. And I'll be like, word, and I will do the calculations, and I will pinpoint, and I will backtrack, and then everything will make sense. It's all about the ancestors. And the only way you're going to connect to your ancestors is when you denounce this Abrahamic ideology. Soon as you say no to Abraham, soon as you say I'm good, soon as you say I don't want to learn none of that shit, that's when you're going to start seeing change. That's when you're going to start seeing people start rising. That's when you're going to start seeing the earth be the way it needs to be. That's when. Soon as you let go of this nonsense, bro. That shit has nothing to do with you. Leave this ideology for the niggas that created this ideology. You did not create it. You can't trace none of this back to anything black, bro. You can't trace this back to African roots. You can't trace this back to Africa. You can't trace this back to America. You can't trace this back to South America. You can't trace this back to nothing. You can't find a family member that can speak Hebrew. You can't find a family member that understand Hebrew. If I was to take you to Crown Heights or anywhere these Khazars live, you would not be able to understand what the fuck is on the wall. You know why? Because that was never your language. You wanted to be your language because you was told that Jesus was the, he was the bruise of all bruise, right? Because Paul said, I'm a Hebrew of all Hebrews. So you want to be associated with that. That has nothing to do with you. Facts. And you be all right, bro. Tell them they'll be all right, Cap.
They will be.
They'll be all right, bro. They'll be all right, bro. We get lied to every day, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You just got to wake up and make the corrections. As soon as you make corrections, man, life's going to be sweet. Life's going to be good.
Ed Anthony on 3. Ed Anthony on 3929. You are into the moons, the stars. I got it.
I'm
now.
not into no moon, no stars, no
Actions
nothing.
available.
I just told you the moons and the stars comes with the astrologies of Europeans. That's what the Bible is. The Bible is an astrology book. The Old Testament is moon worship, Saturday, Satbev. That's moon worship. Moses was, every time Moses spoke to God, it was at nighttime. When does the moon come out? Does the moon come out during the day or night? Oh, it comes out at nighttime. Okay, so there you go. That's moon worship. Okay? When Jesus was talking to the Lord, it was during the sun. It was always day outside. Okay? The only time Jesus was at night was when they was locking his ass up and when he was running for his life. Okay? Stop. So again, Old Testament, moon worship. New Testament, sun worship. It's a European astrology book that they copied and pasted from the Egyptians. Where did Moses learn everything? He's learned how to read, write. Where did he become a king at? Wasn't that Egypt? Where was the king of Israel forced to go live at? Wasn't that Egypt? Why Egypt? What is it about Egypt that they want you there? Exactly. When you figure that out, you come give me a holler. I don't talk, my man talking about I believe in the moon and the stars. No, that's what your peoples do. That's what followers of Abraham do. Anybody that follow the Abrahamic religion or moon worship, even the Kabbalah, what you think, that black box is in reference and honor to what? The cobblestone goes back to what? To Saturn worship, bro. Oh, man. Come on, man. Yo, man, I got this joint on voiceover, so I can't even scroll down, so I gotta cancel out. But yo, subscribe to the channel, bro. Follow me on IG ROD Podcast 12, man. Follow me, bro. I took this shit religiously, and I'm forward to just give you guys this stuff, because this information will my channel down, my IG, my Facebook, but these are the niggas that own it. It's not me, it's them. And I'm exposing the lie that they've been using to get the position that they're in. Oh, I'm talking about that nigga here. That's for another time, right? But you guys be good out here, man.
Finish.